Uh, 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 uh.
So YouTube is really not showing my lives right now? What is the problem? I'm supposed to be live right now. And when I go to my page, alright, I am live. Cool. I was about to start. YouTube is really, because I just did a live, started one before this, and they didn't even show it, so I had to stop it. Let's go. Let's get it cracking. Yeah, and I'ma work cause I ain't going out lazy, bruh. Thought he was conscious, but the homie just played me, bruh. The house of consciousness is going out crazy, bruh. They crazy, bruh. Alright, it's getting kinda dirty in these YouTube streets. The Amin Ra squad, God thinking you dudes weak. Islam or Judaism, where you learn what you dudes teach. The West African rappers slapping with that voodoo speech. All that sub-Saharan terror about a cuckoo feet. I'm like Norma, the agricultural farmer that grew you wheat for the storehouses. We feed the Hebrews and lead the people when we defeat the feeble. They wanna know polite rip me off, but Sonetta paid me my money though. That mean he 100. And I'ma work cause I ain't going out lazy, bruh. Thought he was conscious, but the homie just played me, bruh. The house of consciousness is going out crazy, bruh. They crazy, bruh. Nubian with the Jews, I rock the pinky. I think Jesus got to save me. A doctor save me, a Dr. Inky. I cop the copper jewels all blue and red. I'm not the chakra doctor y'all claim woke, but you in bed. You won't pop a chopper, you Grandmaster J. You just talking. Punks turn the other cheek and you will walk away. Y'all gon' have to pardon my Moorish. That's Taharka Bay. I'm on that black African power on my darkest day. And that's my brother Ankh stomping them other punks. We brought them gators to Italy, you loving the Moors. And now I'm teaching from my shrine like brother Jabari. Scoping the savannah cause I'm on another safari. Tasha K showed us Frank record. Young Pharaoh just losing his mind and y'all can't help him. I know one thing, you're a fool if you're still out here donating to Umar school. That shit through. And I'ma work cause I ain't going out lazy, bruh. Thought he was conscious, but the homie just played me, bruh. The house of consciousness is going out crazy, bruh. They crazy, bruh. Look. You showing your hidden colors like Tariq Nasheed. A bunch of pseudo-information I don't think I need. Probably lying on the text, ask Divine or Zion Lex. Just get that microphone ready. With Metal Netta, I'm Stone Jetty. A Ujahu, Ansar Imhotep. Y'all probably timid still on them Bobby Hemmett teachings. I'm in Gozy with the DNA. Cats corny and it's killing me too. You talk that black shit, but you look Arab like Gorilla Hebrew. You need therapy, they telling me just chillin', be cool. I'm a madjai archer, you a sad guy talking. And I'ma work cause I ain't going out lazy, bruh. Thought he was conscious, but the homie just played me, bruh. The house of consciousness is going out crazy, bruh. They crazy, bruh. That's crazy, Jed Ankh. But you know, as I thought about it, I knew I wasn't gonna be able to finish that 33 months the way I should have. And I had to make a decision. I said, man, I talked to my wife like, you know what? I think I'm cool. But that was crazy, Jed Ankh. That would have been hot. That's crazy, huh? We was about to be building. All right, hold on. Let's get this show popping off. Make sure y'all like the video as y'all roll in. I always, because I'm a businessman, I gotta talk about business and business hours. But you know, it get to the knowledge too. Right now, I guess we'll talk about some YouTube businesses and stuff. Squad up, Magi Archers in the building, please believe. Oh shit. If you ain't Sonetta, no time for that interview, dog. I put my shit out for niggas, I don't send it to blogs. Clan
kill off the Buddha, not being discreet. One puff, this big pops and projectiles. Between the sheets. Sun run, cold game, bring your cleats. The best flow blow, Eskimo, penguin feet. Don't need no blunt to burn. You run the turf with 10 niggas on the block. That's a punt return. Ayo, Dolomite prototype soldier with the solar light. Saber and he hold it like he hold a mic. Golden ice pendants. Sipping on that overpriced poltergeist spirits. Ripping at the open mic, quote the nice lyrics like Mama moved mean overnight, golden motorbike holding on some Tron shit. That nice neon kit is on it. The king's libation with exotic liqueur. The queen's vibration like a Sada Shakur. A lot of decor, imported foreign threads, they ain't got at the store. Nubian Kush, black top pottery jars, 39% THC, the quality pure. Old rapper try to spit ain't hot as before. It's like I'm 5 flights above, bust the shots at the floor. Cats switch up they style when they ain't got it no more, cause they gotta keep their product in stores to feed their kids. See what that weed did? The yes man agreeing on everything we said. I smell of the mic like it's the love of my life. Don't get sliced and beat with the butt of the knife. Brother polite, I say I'm animalistic, cause I still be in the hood with my hand on my pistol. The Hebrews think I'm cannibalistic, E5 divination, channel the mystic, audio visionary. Let's play poetical Pictionary, picture me burning down your missionary. Yeah, then I send you religion. That red dot on your head, that's Hindu tradition. Invisible, independent, intrinsic shit. I'll bring it all to an end with indivisible games. Charles Xavier, getting your brain. Mental anguish, a manifesting physical pain. Wizard remains to dance in the chemical rain. Breathe slow, then I'm up out of this physical plane. Got military machinery that exercise, weaponized greenery. Shine at a jeopardize the scenery, son. Bruh, the beam 10 times your distance. Inclines be benching. Stop rising with no trend line resistance. The parabolic breakout. I'm F-16 with the aeronautic fake out.
God killer, God killer, God killer, God killer, the God killer, it's the God killer, the God killer.
That's who it is.
The God killer, the God killer, it's the God killer, the God killer. That black music sweater in the building. It's the God killer. I'ma redo these because look, they didn't come out the way I wanted them to. God killer. Yeah, I Teespring this hoodie. And it didn't come out. You see how they got the black easy way too high up top?
You can crush your fingers and all your toes.
When you buy it, you gotta buy your samples to see. I'm just wearing a sample. I need to resituate this down lower. But what up, though? But since it's on the video, that'll stay in the video. This the version to wear it when you're streaming. So they can always see the Black Egypt part. So, how y'all doing? Now, a brother on his show the other day, what was the brother's name? The lead attorney. He was on the show the other day, and after Tasha K had supposedly showed her YouTube numbers, he showed his. And I mean, I'm pretty sure a brother like that knows that YouTube is a business. Now, y'all know some of y'all know I'm business minded, just as much as I love doing the scholarship. So right now I'm having conflicts. Not the same type of conflicts as when art meets commerce, but the type of conflicts to where my business mind always prevails because I got a family to support. So half the time I might open up my computer, you know, it's an open playing field, and I might go to do the knowledge, then I'll be having to stop like, hold on, bro, you just twiddling your thumbs. Now you got to do something that's going to work. You know what I'm saying? And so now we got a merging grounds for the two, where if your content is consumed by people who like the stuff you like, then you can merge. Obviously, UTerm is a platform where some of your scholastic endeavors can now be monetized. But we need to take that seriously. And not just the people who doing it now, the people who, more people, and specifically me, and learning how to take it seriously. So y'all know how I think. I'll be looking at, for this next month, one thing YouTube told me why I started streaming heckin' much, because I was not juiced to stream as I moved to this new spot. I just had not got my vibe right. Then I looked at my YouTube analytics, and it told me that I had released 14 less videos than I normally do this month. Showed me how my numbers was down and how my earnings were down. And my subscriptions was down and everything. So it's just like, well, I address it. I learned about simulated reality through video games and stuff. So it helped me as a person to understand a lot of the things that I learned in the video game world can be applied to this simulated reality. You on the sticks right now in your real life. You just ain't peeping game. All of the parameters laid out for any game, just like you in The Sims right now, they are laid out in this universe. And so sometimes I approach it like that and be like, okay, let me hop on the sticks with this. First of all, I could beat that little high score from last month of 14 videos. 14 more than I needed to do by YouTube. So I started addressing that. Y'all seen when I finally started streaming, maybe like a week ago or two. So now it's the day before tomorrow. I'm going to do like 2 or 3 videos just to beat that number. Like I can stop right now, start a new video, then start another one. They don't have to be long, too. That's another thing. And so, I don't know. I'm just sharing my thoughts like about what we doing. When bruh showed his numbers, it wasn't to spite Tasha K, but he was showing that she should be getting more money out of what she's doing than what she has showed. In life, someone can always do that to you. Unless you just squeezing every penny, you the super capitalist. Somebody could always be like, this is how you should be getting more, or this is how you could be getting more, or whatever. But I don't think everybody's pursuit is to have it all. People just want to be comfortable and to be able to do what they want to do in life. People think they like money and stuff, but I think they really just like the pursuit of happiness and to be able to do the things that money allows them to do. I don't like money. I have nothing to money. It's about being able to do what I want to do in life. For real. Just sitting there with hella money and you ain't doing nothing with it. You're not making the money work. What that do? You be prepared for situations if they occur, but you should always keep that. I'm just saying. Some people just want to hold the money. I like giving it to people so that I could get what I want out of life. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is. But so we're going to build a little bit. We're going to build just a little bit. When you roll in, like the video, let me know you in the building. Before we get it popping, I often like to play my little hip hop at the beginning of the show. Just to let y'all get it popping. So now, some of the things I'm doing for this business is, I did my experiment where I was playing Black Egypt, and I showed some of the numbers from that. All year I played Black Egypt. I probably got like $1,000 out of that total. Maybe the most. Out of only playing Black Egypt on my YouTube pages that were monetized to see how much money YouTube owed my distributor for people using my song. It was me using my song. In a minute, I'm going to have the WD-40 on this chair. Not yet, though. That's just leather or whatever. He said he was making that distinction because Cardi was trying to get her bread and Tasha may not have it. Yeah, definitely he was making that for that reason. And he wasn't being boastful or anything. He was providing good information for us to know how serious you could take YouTube. So he showed his numbers. He was getting like 23,000, 20-something thousand a month off YouTube. Anybody act like that's petty money is just acting like they somebody else, like they Jay-Z. That's cool income for any business. So the lead attorney, shout out to him, was showing that he was getting 20 bands a month off YouTube. He getting like 100 times more than me. You feel me? And so I'm like, okay, since this is a business, you got to get on it more harder than that, bro. Like, there is a whole kingdom that can be set up around the information that we got. Facts. We got the most of it. We on the internet to the whole world. We got to package this up better and get it out better to the people. So that's why all that foul language that we like to do, you know, we like to do it. We're going to have to find a platform for that. It won't be this one. Because that don't fit. I mean, if like it just ain't, it's, don't get it twisted. It's good for other type of conversations. But it don't necessarily mesh well with scholastic conversations. You feel me? It just mess up the content. The people who want to hear this don't want to hear that. And that's a simple thing. But I'm going to talk about a few things. I kind of want to move around for a second, so I'm going to play a tune. Like the video as you come in, and let's have a good show. Talk about more of the stuff as we talk about it. Because that poor righteous teacher stuff, that's dead. I think them brothers just wasn't having enough time to think about what needed to happen. And I'm not talking about the poor righteous teachers, the rappers. I'm talking about poor righteous teacher, the philosophy. Hold on, here we go. We'll be right back.
Black people, I love you, and I love you enough to tell you, you ain't ready to revolt shit. You don't feed yourself. You don't hunt your own animals and slaughter them. You don't prepare for your own meat. You don't own your own land. You don't have a seed growing in your window. So when you think about revolutionaryism, and you think about fighting and dying in the street, you ain't shit. Killer Mike said black people ain't ready to revolt. It's a disparaging marriage and he ready to elope. Maritime coastline, deep V hull boat. Crack a nose turned up, machete to your throat. The divine snatched the arm back, she fine, she in Zinga. Moroccan mercenary got a line on Moringa. Ask Chief X to swing it. Go fund me to rock a new car. Or build a school like I'm Dr. Umar. Nah, go fund some more guns, banana clips and cannabis, and bury it, the jackal, Anubis. I'm cool, keep them heaters, and I'm in tie in an abyss. He ain't rapping due to libations, he just channeling this. Hands down, you ain't ready to oppose nothing.
Oh, Bernie, you could get big revenue from that. If you get viewership, but let's talk about it.
I'm on light. Hovercraft propellers over swamp water. We make the thoughtful think they should have thought harder. Be aware of this.
And then we're going to look at my YouTube numbers. And then y'all going to talk about helping me get that up.
When you need a shrink or a therapist, mental disorder ordered them to label you a terrorist. I breathe elements and I found the secret. We could all walk on water if it's ground beneath it. I carry my weapon and keep my trees.
There go my YouTube numbers right there. Feast on them, have at it, laugh at them, do whatever you want to do.
Greet my seed and do everything I think I need.
I have to say this because I know our spirit and our
All this for
stirred.
damn near $250.
Nobody on the panel. I'm with everybody on the panel. I'm not I agree with everything my brother said.
It's about the same as usual.
So let me ask you guys a few questions. We're in the South, in the heart of the South right now. Who fishes? Who knows how to fish? Hands down. Who knows how to hunt? Let's hands. Hands down. Hands down. Hands down. Hands down.
Imagine having
Black people, are you ready to revolt? Black people, are you ready to revolt?
Imagine having daughter in private school, right? Another daughter in college. And you sitting on YouTube about 5-6 hours a day. And at the end of the month, your YouTube check is $260. Luckily, I'm just doing this to build it up, but I know it's gonna go somewhere. So let's look at my numbers. Remember I said dude make like 100 times what I'm making? That's what I'm trying to show you, Jackson. And everybody can see this. Like, do you think that's worth it for what Smash contribute? That's craziness, right? But I'm building it up because I got a plan, and I'm gonna show y'all how business work and how CEOs work. And if you don't got a plan, you just gonna be willy-nilly out here, and you have to have your plan on the timetable. Now let's look. What they had told me a minute ago was they got me on this chart right here. They say 21 videos were published instead of the usual 25 to 32, which led to fewer views. So when I had first seen that, thank you. Look, my partner letting you know I'm sitting here teaching for about $2 an hour. Now look, when I looked at this halfway through the month, it said I had only did 14 videos. So I said, oh, okay, I'm not about to let them do me like that. I'm about to just get on my videos. You feel me? And so a few things that I share, that I do, that keeps me from being able to monetize on my page, I gotta let y'all know I won't be able to. Yeah, I could upload. Thank you for saying that, Lady Kiera. We could talk about that. I got deals with plenty digital distributors to let them get, I could put this content as I was teaching people on Spotify and other things to increase the income. But now, not to mention, this ad revenue is coming from members who support the channel, as well as super chats and stuff. So you might be thinking, ooh, he getting it. Man, cut it out. So luckily, because y'all know this wouldn't last that long, right? Then this will make you think, damn, he ain't going to be doing that for that long. But luckily, I ain't that. A lot of us are just trying to build something else and ain't even tripping. Now I know how to make this go up 10 times. Damn near in this next month. I'm going to tell you a business plan that I wouldn't entertain. Bust the cap at all y'all. Expose all you clowns. And this 200 gonna say 2,600 next month. I know that for a fact. Bust at all you frauds. Expose you clowns. That's not my business plan though. Because you can't just look at the action of the business plan. You gotta think like chess. right? But that's how most people do it, right? They say, okay, I'm about to beef with all the top people and get it popping. Now, you know, the people out here saying, like Metatron is probably getting 200 times this amount off YouTube. Hey, if you want to talk about that, Lady Kiera, whenever you want to. Oh yeah, shout out to you. If you got a record company and you're doing that, we definitely need to talk because I'm looking to see what I can do to help anybody who's serious about music. Because I got some lines that I got some poles. It's like having fishing poles you don't be checking. Or you don't even put bait on. You know what I'm saying? You could be, anyway. Yeah, you could definitely clip my videos to make TikToks. So let me just show you how you should address this if you like me and you ain't tripping and you know that it could turn to something. Exactly. If I turned into a pseudo, these numbers will fly through the roof. Just start putting out. What if I just start talking about the Anunnaki was real? But thanks to the supporters that even make this possible, I'm proud of this. You know why? Because I look at how close this is to $500 a month. Right? And then $500 a month is close to $750. $750 close to a rack. Now the goal would be to get up to 100 times this, like the people getting 20 bands a month. And they ain't even really tripping. Like ain't nobody putting the presentation. So some of the stuff we thinking gonna grow probably ain't even ready to grow. You feel me? So let me talk about it. Let's see. That's why I be loving the channel supporters so much. Because as I sit around and be mildewing, like, man, you better go do something else. It be the channel supporters who be like, okay, they got it growing. So let me open up a presentation and just write some stuff down. You think like a CEO too, right? So what is you thinking about the situation that you just seen? I'm thinking like this. And let's all talk about it. And this is for everybody. We're talking about this public. Now, if you ain't never opened up a business, let me let you know. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for the contribution, Vernon King. See, you made that number go up. Now, if we go look back at that number, it'll probably be up $9, but they don't give you the whole $9. But it's cool, though. I appreciate you. You got a CMOS form. You need a link to sell by quantity or wholesale. You ain't on Shopify. All right, so first thing that a businessman will know is that, one, a YouTube channel is a business. The first thing, not realizing that is a lot of our big mistakes. Like, would you be in your business cussing at the top of your lungs? Screaming at the customers, our potential customers, our supporters in this instance, who's people in your chat, and all of that stuff? Would you really, if you wrote it on paper and you knew that see, this is why you got to think like this sometimes. I'm talking to myself and you too. No one, but when you put stuff on paper, all the dumb stuff fall apart. I keep telling people, if you don't got the answers, if you in some beef or if you in whatever, just take a moment and write down what you think you say you about to do. Not to get caught or in trouble. Burn the paper if you got to, but write it so you can see how dumb what you about to do is, I'm going to roll up on his block. Write that down. I'm going to roll up on his block, hop out with the things. You won't write that down. You'll say that's completely stupid. The first thing you'll probably write down is, I need to calm down. Then you're going to pause on the paper for a minute and see how powerful writing your actions down is. So as I assess this and as we talk about it, we're going to be like, a YouTube channel is a business. Then some of the things that we know that ain't appropriate for business probably ain't appropriate for a YouTube channel. Again, I'm correcting myself in order to allow my channel to grow, right? Because we all, sometimes if y'all don't correct me, I listen and then I have to say, man, do some introspective thinking and correct myself. Now, if I'm trying to go upstream and just have something normal and cool and real and honorable, I do that too much. I mean, maybe I'll do another channel where it's just getting into the funk and the beef and the YouTube streets. But that don't toot my horn or whatever. I don't know what. Forget a horn. That ain't it for me. So, but when I write is a now, if it's a business, then we got to realize we could get tax write-offs for having a YouTube page. I don't know about Shopper Farm being part of Amazon Blackmail. Tax write-offs. Whatever. I don't know why this is like this. Tax write-offs is money that you could get back from money that you spent making your show pop. In order to get tax write-offs the proper way, you have to set up your YouTube channel properly as a business in ways that I have not yet. That I will, though, because I know all the ways. But I didn't know, which way this was about to go. If you know we could talk about tax write-offs a lot, man. You could get big, all the cameras. Come on, man. You need somebody to come on your show. Anything it takes to make the show pop will eventually be a write-off if your business is set up correctly. Now, this is funny because one thing about having a YouTube business, I need y'all to trip off this. This is why it's so good. It's because it don't matter how many viewers you got to get a tax write-off. It don't even matter how many, none of that go on your taxes. How many views you got? How many viewers you do that for? That's not that. It's simply the action of putting the video up and publishing it to the world. The effort that you went through to do that can be written off. Now, obviously, y'all know I'm not no type of tax professional or nothing. I'm just showing you things that you should ask professionals about in that instance. That's the barber right there. We're going to look that up. Let's look that up right now, Chef. See if that's the barber. I just want to see. But I'm just going to type barber, and we're going to see what it say in ancient Egyptian. The overseer of the barber is Emi-Ak, just like you said. And Ak. So KH is what this X represents. So that's like, I mean, but I don't know. I don't know how you would say that. But this represents a hot, that like that KH sound or whatever. Yeah, the overseer of the barbers, Emi-Ak. Ka'u, or whatever. I can't, pronunciation ain't my thing with that. But you definitely got the transliteration correct. But you been in the TLA? Definitely been in the TLA. All right, so for me looking at my page, where was I at with the numbers? So I need to make a business plan for this page, right? In order to get to, first I gotta beat the numbers that I did every month. As a CEO, you probably think quarterly, but I'm gonna think monthly, lunarly on this build right here. And I'm gonna show y'all how we're gonna do it. So first, since I do know that money that I put towards my YouTube channel I could get back through my taxes, I'm gonna address that appropriately, right? But next we gotta come up with, if it's a business, you need a business plan. And to me, not to everybody, but to me, the business plan starts with the company philosophy. Now, what you're going to understand is when you come to certain points of talking about how y'all going to capitalize on things, the company philosophy is going to be the underlying principle to how y'all get down. So if you don't start your business plan with a company philosophy, you really ain't going to know what y'all is all about. You see what I'm saying? And so every time I address a business plan, I first have to manifest what this company is all about and what it's about. Like if you just putting something together, this is all strictly about the paper and this is going, but that's need to be in the company philosophy. If you like, we trying to teach the people about Black Egypt or whatever, and if that was the company philosophy, then that would be the main goal of this YouTube channel, which is one of them. Making sure people understand the elements that the southern people of Egypt, that they call the Negroes, contributed to the society that Egyptologists call the Negroes. That's cool. I don't mind. It's fun. So then after your company philosophy, then you'll really start nailing out the details of a business plan. So it sounds funny, but if you simplify it, it's how you plan to do business. So what you really understand is you can follow templates and stuff that you get off YouTube, but those ain't the most impressive business plans. Like you gotta have it laid out in a perfect form, in a professional format. But the best business plans is when you could tell a person is putting his idea into the paper to show you how it's gonna get the money. And so I'm just gonna give you obviously I'm not in that type of a format right now, but we're gonna just start to do this with this YouTube page live the way I'm gonna do it. So this is what I'm just gonna put the bullet points to what I will do to get my page to move further. No cursing ain't gonna make the page to move further to the people. Y'all gotta understand what happens here. No cursing allows other ad services that won't let you use their ad service if your video is full of profanity to now not do limited monetization. All right? So now y'all got to understand, no matter who you think you is, when you do that shit, you hating on my paper. And I just said do that shit. So don't even trip. You feel me though? Like, that's what it's going to have to eventually turn into. We got to be more adult about it and understand these platforms is something. We don't want to be the next young pharaohs and people out here who thought that was too big and then they got demonetized because they didn't understand business. Now, again, this is plenty of monetized shows that curse, but it fit with their content. You feel me? Like, and I'm not on it like that. I'm saying when we acting like we building and we want the world to see, let's stay in an acceptable persona for the whole entire world. I ain't saying act like you no square and no nerd. Just cut out the vulgarities. Like, cause then I could be able to monetize further. This is a business plan, remember. Now, I'm going to stream every day, maybe twice a day. And, oh shoot. This is just me laying out little things. Now, if I laid out my philosophy first, I'll be saying, these is just the bullet points to the little art, to the paragraphs that I will write about. This is the Black Egypt channel. People don't like Black Egypt. Black Egypt literally translates back to Kemet. You just got to think about it. So everybody don't know the term Kemet. When you say, ain't no Egypt really, so it's just making them think about the time periods of those times. Maybe twice a day, and then I probably will limit. After I get my viewership up, I'll limit streams for 3 hours. Right? But this ain't, look, so this will just put me, what will this do? This will allow me to get better monetization on the page through AdSense. If you got that cursing and all that stuff, only certain people gonna run ads on your videos. Now, in the sense of how to take these low numbers, let's go back to the numbers. A sense of how we gonna take these low numbers. Well, we can look at it a few ways to do it. There's always ways to do it. It's like working on the engine. This is the simulation, y'all. Y'all got to stop being scared to address it like such and be a master. So let me show you. YouTube Studio. Analytics. Again, if I'm getting 262 off of 25,000 views a month, then I should be getting double this off double the views. Right? That's the easiest way to do it. So if I say next month I'm going to target 50,000 views from the people, this should be at $500 in 1 month. Now I'm going to show y'all how to do it, and I'm going to do it right with everybody. All right? And so 21 videos were published instead of the usual 25. So that means starting tomorrow, if I follow my 2 videos a day, there will be 50 videos uploaded at the end of this month, and we should see a double in this. Now, let's go back to see exactly what you need to make in order for your page to progress. Well, before I get a calculator, I think if your page make $50 a day, you're going to have $750 at the month. I'm talking about from cash apps and other things, right? 50 times 30. That's 1,500. So if you got 25, I must that up. If you made 25 a day times 30, $750 a day. This is for your YouTube page. To start thinking business-minded to make it go the proper way that it needs to go. So to tell yourself, okay, to make this get to at least where you at, right, you need to get these numbers to $100 a day while you're doing it. Then you, at least before you even well monetized, if you're getting $50 in the morning, 50 in the evening, and you do that consistently, you at least 3 racks a month off your side hustle, YouTube, from your supporters. No matter what your numbers is, but I'm using mine as a case study, and I always like to do stuff like this in order to, so we can watch it, what it do, and make it do something different. But one thing, again, I'm happy that I ain't in the situation to where if this didn't grow hella fast, then I'll have to stop doing the information and stuff. Because I ain't dependent on this for nothing. I want this to turn into something, though. And you probably should, too, for your company. So I'm just going to write them simple ones down that we just tripped off. Because you need to know this in business. Contributions. So this is how it's going to pop for your show. Contributions in the magnitude of, I'm just going low for anybody with the smallest YouTube. $25 a day equals $750 if you stream every day. Oops, not plus. Right? If you think about these little things that we don't take seriously and think about them like a business, and don't be scared to think about them like a business, you could possibly, you know, and this ain't everybody's way of thinking about it like a business. Some people think about things in different ways. Some people just let their page blow up and had to do this later, or they got an accountant to do this for them. So then let me see. I know I should have been able to do that in my head. But if it's 75 a day times 30, what that's? All right, 2250. Bruh. So now ain't you at the house like, okay, I'm tripping. All right, let me see. And then 100 a day off your streams. Not even off AdSense. So this is another thing about how to monetize your page without before AdSense let it get popping. $25 a day, y'all got me well past that on the contribution. Shout out to my supporters. Okay? And I would do a goal of $100 a day consistently that I probably get from y'all when I stream. And I appreciate it because I be working hard, and you see YouTube don't be giving me nothing anyway. So that'd be cool. So then going into, if I'm about to double everything next month, right? It's just naturally will be, now you never do projections on the maximum number. So let's say if I wanted to double my output next month, if I was already, if I got a good cast of supporters and people who come into the show, and after 2 or 3 streams I do a day, maybe I probably had 100 bones. Well, then if I was more consistent with that, and if it was regular, right? And you doubled your output, you'll double everything. The viewership will double. And you could be targeting at a maximum 6,000 from those contributions. Starting tomorrow, November 1st, going to November 31st. You feel me? And you can show and see what that do or not. Now, obviously, some people will want to get you to your goal and some people won't. Some people will be like, oh, they'll use the fact, your transparency against you and be like, even though you're trying to help people see how to put together their YouTube business, they'll be like, oh, I ain't doing that. I need to. But it's not enough negative energy in the world to stop good things and good movements and people who know that if you start looking at stuff like this, shit become hella easy. Excuse my language. You see what I'm saying? And so now to get to where dude getting 20 racks a month, right? I will be having to do, like I said, 4, 10 times, but it ain't gonna work like that. I'm just showing you. I be doing 4-10 times the work just to get to that level. And so, talk about YouTube tax write-offs, just go right here. Content creator tax write-offs. They just list the stuff on the top of the page, and I don't know what source this is pulling from. But look, business travel expenses for YouTube. Write that off, man. General expenses. Your computer, you needed another monitor, write that off. Cameras, write that off. Home expenses, write that off. Professional fees. Home expenses, internet. Professional fees, all kind of professional fees that you'll eventually need once you start doing it. Normally legal. Home office, advertising. Vehicle expense? I didn't know you could do vehicle for YouTube. And supplies. And 15 more. Website costs, subscription fees, giveaway prizes. These are all things you can get your money back from the IRS for spending on your YouTube page. Courses and seminars. Oh, man. Travel. Filling equipment. So if I would have took that course, if I would have went through with what Manchester accepted me for, I could have wrote that off because I was only doing it for YouTube. I ain't really tripping off that. But so just so we know, when we start to look at it like a business, things will open up for us. That's cool, though. So this little stuff right here, I'm going to show it next month and see how good I did with my plan of increasing my, this is just through AdSense and stuff. Subscribers, I got 11 less than usual. So if you out there right now and you ain't subscribed, go on and subscribe. So I won't have my numbers down from last month. I appreciate you. And estimated revenue, this 262 is about the same as usual. Views, 4,600, less than usual. But I'm gonna get all this up. And thank y'all for helping. I appreciate y'all. All right. Now we're gonna hear a and B selection by the choir. And then we'll come back with some of that knowledge and information. All right. Word up.
Mad Lib. You one of the dudes I wonder why we never worked together, B. Anyway, this song got me thinking about spitting a story about a young man who wanted to be the best. He wanted to be the best. Now it's funny because at the time right now that I'm recording this, I don't got none of the content. Yeah, the beat rockin', I ain't got none of the lyrics, but here we go. That's how it went. When hip-hop first came out, he was 7, and he was tougher than leather as soon as that verse came out. When he was needy, you know that purse came out. His mama had him, but by my daddy, it's all good when he hopped in the caddy. Took him on a ride, then they stopped in the natty. The shop in the valley, moms wasn't around, pops walking a fatty pool shark with a real cool walk. I knew that he would win every time, cause daddy the best until he caught him frontin' for his friend saying that mess. He said, "Come here, boy, today you gon' learn that word best is a plural term." I was like, "Plural? Pops, what do you mean?" He said, "Remember the Bible with the Elohim? I mean, son, I ain't trying to sell no dream, but God is a plural thing, and we are the best. Even the ones I dissed, yep, we are the best. We are the best." So Then Pops closed the door to the caddy and he walked in the pool hall with chalk in his Parker, hoping the schoolyard. He bumped into Arthur, smoking a cool haul, and took a game for a stack and told Arthur to rack him. Now this little hole in the wall shack in the middle of East Oakland had some of the best pool players west of Iraq. Let's just call Pops Lester, and Lester just remembered that his son was in the back. He put his cigarette in the side of his mouth, leaned down, started to frown. Crack! He broke him. With some soul, all the balls started to roll, and oh no. On the first hit, quite awkward, 8-ball went into the side pocket. Then he started to think his son thinking he was the best was a jinx. Starting to get hot, cat, want you to Sphinx. Felt like he lost everything, his bitches mink and the kitchen sink. What the little sisters think. Been a pro since his teen, like nutritious drinks. I know the flow kinda seemed like I'm vicious. Think you're like a green neck gold fictitious link. So the moral of the story is when dealing with verbal poetics, which are metaphysical, they're intangible, you can't prove you're the best because it ain't physical, therefore it'll always be subjective. Why don't we consider the term best to be a plural term? Ain't no such thing as one of the best. You are the best, but best is plural like Elohim is plural.
All right, where we at now? I'll hit y'all with some more bars real quick. Come on.
I don't know. This one of them ones. Ain't gonna be like, you should have put that on the album, boy. I spend my time letting my mind find divine rhymes. The blind trying to fly, but it's a fine line. Lift the curtain, ain't nobody behind mine. I had the biggest West Coast battle before grind time. Fine wine with 9 dimes. You all trying to get that D on like prime time. I might pull out that stick like I'm blind. Armor on the mic, I shine mine. Karma on the mic, I might harm him with the armor light. This night's ornament, the ornament is on him like an Egyptian amulet worn by the pharaoh. When the king was naked, I wore my apparel like wide. I got more by the barrel. Bow and arrow, drive by out the Camaro. I got the juice, Robert Shapiro. I'm from the deuce, got my dinero. I slipped about a loose noose to hit it like Bruce. Mediterranean, they ain't feeding me couscous. You ready to rap, then I'm ready to train you then. Either I'ma fill up your brains or bang 'em in. A black man, that's the only gang I'm in. Hip-hop hype that I'm doing my thing again. It seems like the game gon' change again. Niggas still know I'm 100 Chamberlain. Still wave at my friends when I ride past, but you can get robbed in the M95 mask. You like that label and sign me with your jive ass. We still play with models, no die cast. Be at the pearly gates, early wait. Worldly state, eating like Shirley ate. What's happening? Much rapping, trunk slapping, punks capping. On this track I dunk backwards. I'm like Dominique. Shit, top 5, I'm a nominee. Niggas try to rhyme with me, that's comedy. And with these hands I get a little scrappy. Mama D. Bars like the red light district won't aim at your head, might miss it. And it's ironic, cause for the bread I got a biscuit, and to get ahead I gotta risk it. But I got mad skills as much as anybody that you fucking heard of. Steal from me, you could get your uncle murdered. Ain't that your daddy, brother? Well, I'll put his caddy up on your corner with the Maddie sitting caddy corner. Nigga had to run cause he ain't had it on him. Pull up with the tattoo gun and tatted on him. Turfed up like the work truck, the ladders on him. Tell them battle rappers my computer hackers got data on them. And that I warn them, I just say I'm casual when you ain't gotta warn them. I'ma keep putting rhymes on the gram till you silly motherfuckers realize who I am. It's casual, the rap guy. I've been the illest for real. I know somebody told me.
Damn, that's right.
But them days is over. Right now we putting it in your face. Put it in their face.
All right. Hold on, let me stop this.
I'm good. What's up with you?
All right, cool. Now that I got that out the way, just to let you know how you're supposed to look at your YouTube, no matter how big, how small it is, that's your job to make it blow up or do whatever. And y'all see what it takes. I had this page for about 15 years, bro. You know what I'm saying? And now y'all can see what it takes. So, I think that was Sister Kiera's talking about taking your YouTube content and putting it on, giving it to your digital distributor so you can get it on Spotify and in all the other places. I did a video on that a long time ago showing people how to do that. But I don't be giving these shows to my digital distributor. I probably should get somebody, hire somebody to run that label or whatever and let them do whatever they want. Do me a Craigslist ad or something. Because you'll be surprised. I don't know, I was just rapping, man.
It seems John got them shaking their pom-poms. Cream in the middle like making the bomb-bomb. You steady getting strong-armed, crying down. We let the dough bubble like making the wonton. Then I'm shaking, I'm in Jamaica with my mom. Bacon, watching the Lakers with Brian. New pavement, on a few acres of my lawn. Why you faking? Girl, they be taking up my time in the studio. One taking the song done, one puff, I design the style, Sean John. I'm still having fun. And I know you ain't from Queensbridge, but you done. Read a book, The Raisin Under the Sun one. See how the heater look, he shook, he got a gun run. Nah, I'm just protecting my neighborhood, making sure my neighbor's good. You ain't hating, but you coming the same way that a hater would. Suck with that, this pro-black African rap, fuck with that. Learn when to give your life, bust your gat. The majority's authority, question that. Swear to God, I'ma be like, who you cussing at? Divine effort, you find mind, telepathy in the Bible. If you turn white, that was leprosy. So how is being black the curse of Ham? Man, fuck them verses, man. Here we go, I got more songs than Solomon. Sharper than the sword from a pirate from the Ottoman Empire. I'm the castle rap lord who had wars with golden binders, sitting behind trap doors and booby trap floors. Imposters, they caught him and they brought him in golden bars. I got him in the Ottoman like Mansa Musa, the 10th Mansa of Mali. You tip dancers with Molly. Look, I don't buck dance, I take chances. 1 grand max on your kidnap ransom. You ain't worth that. Nah,
did I kill him like that? Oh, I gotta go back. Damn, I didn't know them was bars. I had to listen, them was bars. What that boy say? Hold on, golly.
Imposters.
I said like Mansa Musa, the 10th Mansa of Mali. You tip dancers with Molly? That was kind of hard. I had to listen back like, all right, that was cool. But I don't be feeling this all the time.
Fuck with that. Learn when to give your life, bust your gat. The majority's authority, question that. Swear to God, I'ma be like, who you cussing at? Divine effort, you find mind, telepathy in the Bible. If you turn white, that was leprosy. So how is being black the curse of Ham? Man, fuck them verses, man. Here we go, I got more songs than Solomon. Sharper than the sword from a pirate from the Ottoman Empire. I'm the castle rap lord who had wars with golden binders, sitting behind trap doors and booby trap floors. Imposters, they caught him and they brought him in golden bars. I got him in the Ottoman like Mansa Musa, the 10th Mansa of Mali. You tip dancers with Molly. Look, I don't buck dance, I take chances. 1 grand max on your kidnap ransom. You ain't worth nothing. Nah, I dig a 6-foot ditch and get a earth something.
Alright, we back. Alright, let's go somewhere. Let's go somewhere on the internet. Bing! Ancient times. Let's see. I'll just be clicking. Cats don't like when you just be clicking because they don't get to do the homework first. I'm gonna share some sources today for my people who man, I ain't got enough music sent to casual at hieroglyphics.com, but I'll be hearing y'all music that y'all send it though. All right. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put that on them prioritize. You got some conscious slaps, especially with no samples and stuff. Send them to casual at hieroglyphics.com. And we're gonna try to put together a project. Ain't no promises. It ain't like, oh, it's gonna be hella big. I hate no. We just putting together a project. Get it out there. What we put into it, we get out of it. But I'm gonna try to go on and push that forward. Let me see. All right, here we got some ruler. Forever, but I should be starting right here. Talking about Wasser Neb. I don't even know why they got the per. Nebet per. Wasser Nebet per. I see the soup plant and the, hold on. Excuse me. What's going on? Oh yeah, let's play that jam. Why not? Come on, I'm about to put up the link. All right, send it to me so I can play it and it could be blapping. That thing slap. Send that to me if you got it mixed or whatever. Man, me and DQ got one that was hella fun to do. I ain't listened to that next one yet. When I get a vibe to rap, I'ma listen to it. If rhymes pop in my head, I turns on the mic. Who played the keys? That was actually a sample. I think that was a George Duke sample. Thanks for asking. That was a George Duke. Yeah, let's play that thing, DQ. Me and DQ got a slapper for y'all. Oh, it's in my email? All right, we about to hear that right now. Oh, that was slapping. Now I might have to let that be the new show, but we need to slap. When you putting that out? I'll put that out if you ain't got nothing to do with it. We need to get a video. You said you coming to the town. Let's do it. It's going to go down. I got fit for that video already. Let me see. All right, let me check my email. Hot off the presses, I must need to turn on my sound effects because I don't see the beat machine. And I got some beats sent to me by DJ Teray. Oh, shucks. Hold up. All right, we about to have to premiere this joint. We about to have to premiere this joint. Everybody put a like up, We about to premiere this joint. Let me see if I can find it. Get my beat machine on, man, so I can put noises over it. So if y'all try to rip it, it'll have the noises over it. Do. That's the main reason why you talk over them. World premiere. DQ Hampton. Let me see. Why did it change key? Hold up. All right. Let's see if I can find this joint. Let me see. Did I download it already? So what folder? All right, open it. iTunes. All right, let's listen to this.
DQ, baby. Check. Look, the fashion is clever, spectacular weather. I'm blacker than I ever been. Skisha patting some leather, ink and a feather. I pen some of macking and letters. My family stay with the gift, cause we rapping together. Like it's Christmas Eve, I just roll up my sleeve and drink a cup of hot cocoa while she rolling some leaves. Have you ever lit a blunt off a chimney log? Massage from a synagogue, leads foreign student with her friends involved. No, you haven't, so I ain't trying to have it. I'm painting pictures that's lavish. Getaway log cabins, amazing the magnetism of magnet in all facets. Check my discography, baby, it's all.
Let me see them fire signs.
Curl baskets, surrounded by all this pussy, making this money up y'all bastards. Funny how I mastered the art of being a subtle asshole on my dean. I'm shutting down y'all classes. COVID-19 flow nasty. Lamar Jackson with the stat time passing y'all asses. Catch me on the lake chilling laughing, everlasting. My mind forever layer like fall fashion, nigga. Early morning, cleaning house, smoking that dodo, making money, breaking bank, getting that dodo. Grab a gun, but grab a book. Don't be a dodo. If them boys disagree, then hit the dojo. Early morning, cleaning house, smoking that dodo, making money, breaking bank, getting that dodo. Grab a gun, but grab a book. Don't be a dodo. If them boys disagree, then hit the dojo.
Yup, and click the photo. The beat knocking like a piston missing in the Lolo. The chicks should know the mission is to get some more dough. And if the friction and the tension seem intentional, then it's a no-go. And as an OG, I'm telling them young brothers to be cool. They push bass and turn up high, like my EQ that's clipping in the whip. And they say, yo, shit clean, pushing 60 in the trunk. 415s, going blah-da-da, blah-da-da. About to bounce, I hit the gas and rip the engine out the motor mounts. Hit the house to go read Dr. Ben. Then this chick sent the text that said, lock me in. Hibachi grill, Wagyu beef, Lil Kobe slice, late night demo tapes like Lil Homie nights. I text back at 4 a.m. while your girlie yawning, cause she think it feel better in the early morning.
Early morning, cleaning house, smoking that dough, making money, breaking bank, getting that dough. Grab a gun, but grab a book, don't be a dodo. If the boys disagree, then hit the dodo. Early morning, cleaning house, smoking that dough, making money, breaking bank, getting that dough. Grab a gun, but grab a book, don't be a dodo. If the boys disagree, then hit the dodo.
That was hot. That was hot, but I gotta hear that again on y'all. I don't even know what y'all tripping off. That slap. Where that go? Early morning. You gotta hear that, bro. DQ Hampton in the building. I have to throw Dr. Man out to shout out one time because y'all be hating,
DQ,
you know what I mean?
Check. Look, the fashion is clever, spectacular weather. I'm blacker than I ever been. Skisha patting some leather, ink and a feather. I pen some immaculate letters. My family stay with the gift.
Yes,
we
sir.
Together like it's Christmas Eve. I just roll in my sleeve and drink a cup of hot cocoa while she rolling some leaves. Have you ever lit a blunt off a chimney log? Massage from a synagogue. Leaves foreign student with her friends involved. No, you haven't, so I ain't trying to have it. I'm painting pictures that's lavish. Getaway log cabin. Amazing the magnetism, a magnet in all facets. Check my discography, baby, it's all classics. Feeling like Carol Baskins, surrounded by all this pussy. Making this money up, y'all bastards. Funny how I mastered the art of being a subtle asshole on my dean. I'm shutting down y'all classes. COVID-19 flow nasty. Lamar Jackson with the stats, how I'm passing y'all lasses. Catch me on the lake chilling, laughing, everlasting. My mind forever layer like fall fashion, nigga. Early morning, cleaning house, smoking that dough, making money, breaking bank, getting that dough. Grab a gun, but grab a book, don't be a dodo. If the boys disagree, then hit the dodo. Early morning, cleaning house, smoking that dough, making money, breaking bank, getting that dough. Grab a gun, but grab a book, don't be a dodo. If the boys disagree, then hit the dodo.
Yup, and click the photo. The beat knocking like a piston missing in the Lolo. The chicks should know the mission is to get some more dough. And if the friction and the tension seem intentional, then it's a no-go. And as an OG, I'm telling them young brothers to be cool. They push bass and turn up high, like my EQ that's clipping in the whip. And they say, yo, shit clean, pushing 60 in the trunk. 415s, going blah-da-down, blah-da-down. About to bounce, I hit the gas and rip the engine out the motor mounts. Hit the house to go read Dr. Ben. Then this chick sent the text that said, lock me in. Hibachi grill, Wagyu beef, Lil Kobe slice, late night demo tapes like Lil Homie nights. I text back at 4 a.m. while your girlie yawning, cause she think it feel better in the early morning.
Yeah, DQ Hampton smash Rockwell in the building. Shout out to them pseudo killers. You know how we do.
If the boys disagree, then hit the dodo. Early morning, cleaning house, smoking that dodo.
Now look, this is how it works.
Getting that dodo. Grab a gun, but grab a.
See, when all that stuff be popping, it be few people in the culture that kick back and set up commerce, right? Now, even throughout history, if the commerce prevailed, then all the other shit settled. Y'all even gotta know, I even see everything. I just see it just how I see it. It's just like, that's why I chose the Magi, because they never got beat. They undefeated. This is why y'all can't put hands. It's just not gonna happen. But anyway, what I'm saying is, in the midst of everything, all times there's some people who said, hold on, let's kick back and see what this could do and what that could do. And I'm glad that's a good result of meeting my man DQ Hampton through the pseudo killers. Shout out to Bobby Banger. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but that was cool. That was fun. I don't know what text this is right here. It's just been floating past on the screen. Let's look at it. Let's try to see what's going on. When we get, what's up with Reno? Shout out for the fire signs. Let me look at this. What's going on over here? I really was trying to see where this starts. I really ain't really even interested in this text because it just got little excerpts and stuff. I want to see something with some words on it. Some words on it. Some words on it, man. What's this? Or how they was starting this off over in this cut. It's hard to see though. I'll just go over to her because this right here, it's looking like it's starting with a papyrus reading, but it's just so broken up over here. I ain't even, this magnifying glass worked. Matter of fact, let's get on the magnifying glass work. You feel me? If this is where we're going with it, it's right. This is gonna take us right back to Kim and Kim Ed and being blacker than blacker than blacker than black. Let me show you something. YouTube. Let's go to my videos. People didn't know how we was having fun yesterday. Let me see. Let's go to my videos. I made this video my response to Metatron.
This.
My man Garfield responded to it yesterday. Or wherever that, well, they had just put it in my notifications. Maybe I can't find the response no more. There you go. Smash reviews got me cracking up. All right, it was cool. We be rolling. Then he did the video supporting Metatron, so I just did the video supporting Chief X. It was just fun. Well, let's look at this. This is the real repudiation. I don't know what cats is tripping off.
Is what we are disagreeing about. My point. Ancient Egypt was a multicultural and multi-ethnic civilization due to its geolocation connecting the Middle East, Africa, Asia and Europe, a strategic location on the crossroad of continents, flourishing around the Nile River, which was a cultural conduit of civilization. Therefore, there is diversity on the skin of the Egyptians. Throughout time and location, the ethnic percentages will vary depending on era and region. According to the results of my research, the majority of ancient Egyptians would have had an olive skin, with a lower percentage of black individuals living mostly in the southern areas of Egypt.
So what he said at first, I could agree with. Then when he said according to the results of his research, he messed it all up.
White settlers and white ruling elite during the later periods. The ancient Egyptians were a multi-ethnic African civilization, and their ethnicity was inextricably tied to their geographic location.
Metatron's argument emphasizes Egypt's geolocation as the primary factor driving its multiculturalism. It is essential to recognize that this view overlooks a range of other influential factors. Cultural exchange. The author's argument primarily focuses on geography as a conduit of civilization, but downplays or fails to show an understanding of the significance the domestic cultural entanglement between Nubians and Egyptians played in the formation of Egypt. Dr. Soketa explains there was no time when foreigners migrated to Egypt for any reason and were not met by the indigenous occupants of the land. Metatron should realize if his Mediterranean ancestors could make it to Egypt, indigenous black African tribes could do the same. There's no reason to believe black Egyptians were relegated to the south, as Metatron claims. Lack of archaeological evidence. The assertion that The majority of ancient Egyptians would have had olive skin, or that the ethnic percentages will vary depending on era and region requires concrete archaeological evidence. Ethnicity is a complex and multifaceted aspect of a society that cannot be deduced solely from geography. The Egyptian standard representation of themselves was in a brownish-red hue, not olive. We also find individuals in ancient Egypt who called themselves Kim, which means black in ancient Egyptian. Herman Ranke noted these name types to be attributes representing physical qualities. I suggest you read Aylward Blackman's work on the rock tombs of Meyer to see more ancient Egyptians calling themselves black. Ancient Egypt's location in the northeastern part of Africa, along the Mediterranean coast, is emphasized to suggest that it was distanced from the sub-Saharan regions with predominantly black populations. This geographic separation is used to argue that due to limited interaction with these areas, the ancient Egyptian population did not have a significant black ethnic component. This assertion displays a gross misunderstanding of the term and geography of Nubia. Nubia was a region where Egyptians could find gold. Portions of Nubia fell within the borders of Egypt, so this separation between Nubians and Egyptians, as if they were two different races, appears to Nubiologists like Aaron de Souza to be a manufactured pseudo-reality forged by Egyptology in the weaponization or in systematic misreadings of an Egyptian term, Nehesi. Egyptologists translated Nehesi as Negro, confusing people like Metatron into thinking Nubians were Negroes and Egyptians were not. In actuality, the term Nehesi should be read as Southern, not Negro. Nubians and Egyptians shared biological affinities that arrived as a result of the cultural entanglement between Nakata I and the Nubia A group. These pre-dynastic cultures share the foundational elements of civilization as they both employed the exact same symbols for kingship before writing had developed. In pre-dynastic times, there was not much value in the Delta. Egypt was unified and founded in what we know as Egyptian Nubia today. In his rebuttal to Greeks calling Egyptians black, Metatron shows a full display of intellectual dishonesty by attempting to mount a polemic against Black Egypt with attestations from the time period of Greek Egypt and later after 332 BC. This is significant because when Egypt gets taken over by foreign rulers, the native rulers often flee to the south, to Thebes or Southmore. Before the Greeks took over Egypt, there were Persians, Assyrians, Libyans, and the people who became known as the Hyksos reigning on the Egyptian throne. These empires affected the contingency of who constituted the ancient Egyptians at later times. So did later empires who conquered Egypt. Before these invasions, most Greek sources said Egyptians were black. Metatron intentionally avoided these sources and limited his Greek source material to attestations from after these invasions.
I have a plethora of problems with your fixation of the word Kemet, which is also a common trait among Afrocentrists. Now, I myself have used the word Kemet on occasion. It's not that the word is wrong, but fixating on it has zero linguistic standing. Let me elaborate. First and foremost, do you always use the correct and appropriate term for describing a nation? Do you say Japan? Wrong, it's Nihon. Do you say China? Wrong, it's Zhongguo. Do you say Germany? Wrong, it's Deutschland. Also, for reference, linguistically speaking, Ancient Egyptian is an Afro-Asiatic language, and it does not have, for as much as we understand, Southern African origins. It's Kamito-Semitic. It's Kamito-Semitic.
Now, Ancient Egyptian belonged to the Afro-Asiatic language family. Small digression here. There is an older name for the Afro-Asiatic family, a horrendously bad name. The alternative name, Hamito-Semitic.
It's Kamito-Semitic.
You recognize the name Ham, of course, here in Hamito. To still use that name today is to perpetuate the horrific invention by racists of a myth. It's
Kamito-Semitic.
A myth used to justify enslaving Africans. that, and it's the slaver's own myth, it's not truly biblical, that Ham was the ancestor of all Africans, so they could get the Africans they wanted into their myth, that God had passed Noah's curse on to Ham's supposed descendants by giving them dark skins.
Dark skin? It's a stark contradiction for Metatron to use the antiquated term Hamito-Semitic and then deny the dark skin of the Hamites from the pseudo-biblical curse of Ham.
Geographically, Asia is physically connected to Africa, which is something that people seem to forget.
The Afro-Asiatic language phylum consists of 5 indigenous African language groups, and only one is Asiatic, that's Semitic. Metatron misrepresents the relevance of the Asiatic in the term Afro-Asiatic. The Afro-Asiatic language group was started in the Horn of Africa.
Also, when you say Kemet, you're using the so-called E of convention used by Egyptologists when they don't know how to vocalize consonants. But the fact that archaeologists use it doesn't mean that that's the correct way to pronounce it. They're archaeologists, not linguists. To reconstruct ancient Egyptian, we need to vocalize it through Coptic and loan words in Hebrew and in Greek, similarly to how classical Latin has been reconstructed, and throughout the transcription of cuneiform script of the Neo-Babylonian period and Assyrian. Also building with the similarities of the Saitic dialect, we know that linguistically speaking, the pronunciation Kemet has no academic linguistic dignity. It clearly comes from the Coptic pronunciation Kem and Kemi in the Boairic dialect. The long air in open syllable in that specific position helps us understand that most likely in classical Egyptian we have a U in that position. So if we really want to be precise, then the correct and most likely pronunciation in ancient Egyptian, specifically in classical Egyptian, is Kumat, Kumatu, nominative, Kumata, accusative, and Kumati, oblique genitive.
Incorrect conjecture with no source material to back it up. I'll offer Metatron a lesson in Coptic morphology, written by Professor Sandro Capocicci.
Coptic verbal morphology. A reader unfamiliar with Coptic grammar may assume that one is dealing with two completely different words, such as French blue and fatty, BL versus barrel, which have neither the same number of consonants, nor the same vowels. Unfortunately, Fowler seems unaware that Egyptian and Coptic have a verbal morphology largely based on a high degree of apophony. These languages have a verbal morphology consisting of a root made up of a consonant sequence providing lexical information and a template, a mold made of a fixed number of consonants and a particular vowel sequence providing grammatical information. One root can be associated with different templates giving it different grammatical functions. For example, the root /km/ in Coptic is associated with darkness. The CCC template associates this root and others with the infinitive. Thus, when associated with this template, the root km becomes quam/kmm/ become black xm becomes xmm in Bohairic. The root hm associated with heat, when associated with the template CCC is realized as /hem/get hot. This is what Fowler seems to have understood in a later work, Fowler 2050. Should we to conclude that Kem, Shami and their ancestor KMT Egypt had nothing to do with the color black? The answer is no. Coptic, although descended from Pharaonic Egyptian, differs from it in several ways. And in this case, the adjectives derived from km, to be black in Coptic are obviously derived from words belonging to other grammatical categories of the late hieroglyphic Egyptian language. We know this for several reasons. First of all, the hieroglyphic feminine marker of nouns and adjectives T has historically been lost, leaving its absence to regularly match with the final vowel /e/ in Coptic Sahidic and /i/ in Bohairic. We can see it with the examples in 1. If came, Zame came from a word only combining km with t, one would expect their final vowel to be /i, which it is not the case.
The evidence of pre-Coptic Egyptian. We are more likely to be in the presence of a word from another grammatical category derived from the root tar km. If the hypothesis of kmt deriving from an adjective was true, one could expect the asterisk, chem / asterisk xem form as a masculine adjective, and chem ximi as a feminine adjective, which we do not have. However, we find the Greek transcription archimis of the Egyptian theonym harpe km horis, the black, or black km, is transcribed by xm, which confirms the existence of an adjective in pre-Coptic. Vesicle, 1984-81, who noted this fact, reports that this vocalization, which did not...
So I hope that's the part that people miss. That when the Greeks transcribed Horus the Black, they transcribed it with an XM, which gave rise to the existence of another ancient Egyptian term that was formed off the XM.
Harpe km Horus, the black, or black km, is transcribed by xm, which confirms the existence of an adjective in pre-Coptic. Vesicle, 1984-81, who noted this fact, reports that this vocalization, which did not survive for the root /km/ survived for other pharaonic adjectives in Coptic. This is the case with the name of WB, a type of ancient Egyptian priest whose name was derived from the adjective Bipuri, and which in Coptic gave /weeb/ in Saitic and /web/ in Bohairic. Another argument confirming this fact comes from the testimony of the Latin-speaking Greek writer Plutarch, who lived during the first 2 centuries of the Christian era. In chapter 33 of his work, Isis and Osiris, Plutarch explains in these terms the meaning of the name of the country of the ancient Egyptians in the language of the latter. In addition, we name Egypt because its lands are black among all, like the black of the eye, Chemia. In this sentence, Plutarch teaches us that the name of Egypt was Chemia, which strongly resembles the Bohairic form of the term, which as we have seen is /zemi/. We also learn from this text that in Plutarch's time, ancient Egyptians considered that the name of their country /zemi/ was linked to the black color, more precisely the color of the earth in this country, described as the blackest among all. Interestingly, this connection was also made, according to the author, through the relation between the name of Egypt and the black of the eye, that is to say, the pupil. Why this reference to this black reality rather than to another? Because there was, in hieroglyphic Egyptian, a word KMT derived from the root KM, Blackfu meaning the pupil. Like the name of Egypt, because it was derived from the root KM black, it could only have been a nominalized adjective. Plutarch in his Egyptian Informants reference to the black eye rather than hair or some other black reality was motivated by the fact that the two terms were perfect homophones, which one might have expected since they both were nominalized feminine gender adjectives. We therefore have an additional argument for the vocalization of adjectives formed from KM black with a /e/ in pre-Coptic, and therefore the formation of the name of Egypt through this process.
What did he say? Because people don't understand what that said, that last line. We therefore have an additional argument for the vocalization of adjectives formed from KM black with an E in pre-Coptic. Knocked him down. PhD. Knocked him down talking about the E in Kemet is wrong. Even though I didn't even have to, I just had that material to knock this down, but I ain't even tripping off that vocalization. That has nothing to do with nothing. But he was wrong about that too.
For the vocalization of adjectives formed from KM black with a /e/ in pre-Coptic, and therefore the formation of the name of Egypt through this process. Fuma's argument relating to the different vocalization of the name of Egypt and of the verbs and adjectives associated with the color black in Coptic does not hold, since an identical vocalization is attested for another feminine noun derived from an adjective in Pharaonic Egyptian.
Now let's discuss this hieroglyphic inscription that you present as evidence that Kemet or Kumat in fact meant land of the black, according to you.
The Egyptians were called Kemits, and Egypt was called Kemet, the land of the black.
Does it apply to the people or to the land?
Mizraim came from the Akkadian. Yeah, that's what so that's what they called it in another language. Basically, I don't know where they got that, where the Akkadian people got that from. But it don't got no cognate in the ancient Egyptian language. You feel me?
Probably the fertile soil.
No, it is not the black color of the Nile silt, which is mentioned as some archaeologists claim, but the color of the skin of the people living there. When we speak of white country, we are not referring to the color of the snow in the Alps.
And also very likely by extension to the skin color of the originators of those words. Yes, you can translate it to the black land, and as scholars agree, it refers to the fertile soil. Diop found a place where Kemet was followed by a man and a woman sitting and 3 dots. So you take Kemet, which means the black, plus people, literally it means the black people.
We have Kemet followed by a man and a woman sitting with 3 dots. This is the determinant.
So they both kind of wrong, but here's the thing. Ku is closer to being right. But what he's about to say right here is a complete debauchery.
Plus people, literally it means the black people.
We have Kemet followed by a man and a woman sitting with 3 dots. This is the determinative meaning humanity, but to you it must mean black people. First of all, the adjectival noun in plural form Kemetiu just means Egyptians. Kemet or Kumat just means black land, not the land of the black, as opposed to the red land of the desert. The thing is though, that if this means black land, and this is people, why can it not be then black people? Well, this is an answer that you don't need an Egyptologist or a fully qualified linguist, you just need a first-year student to answer. Differently from English, in Egyptian, the adjective goes after the noun.
It appears this first-year student Metatron, referred to for teachings in Egyptian grammar, is not aware that determinatives are not nouns. Kemet is a noun formed from the color adjective kem for black. The A1, B1, and Z2 determinatives are only classifiers that show the word category.
So, the ancient Egyptian standard word order would be verb, subject, object, verb, right? Determinatives can be on each verb. It can be on the subject, the object, verb, subject, object, noun is what I was supposed to say, right? Somebody said VS, somebody put that up. But I think that's what that was. VSO, verb, subject, object. Yeah. The object is probably going to be a noun anyway. I'm confusing myself now. But it's VSO, verb, subject, object. Whatever. I just messed myself up. What I said at first. Now, any of these can have a determinative on them. The verb, the subject, the object, the noun, any of them can have a determinative on them. Because the determinative, and it's never part of what you speak out in the grammar. It's a system of categorizing the term. So here comes the conundrum. Because, yes, Kemet means Egypt, then if you put people behind it, I mean, see, hold on, let me slow down. Because, like, Kemet don't really mean Egypt, but we make it mean Egypt. It is defined as it's defined on the screen. Kemet means, and really if you want to be most static, it just means, if you want to be most static, yo, it just means black. It don't mean black land because the word land ain't in there. There's no word for land in there. See the part that's circled? We have a Kim, and then we see it feminized. Yes, that's really his argument. I don't know if that's his best argument, but it was just so damning. It was like crazy. So if we know that determinatives is to let you know the category that they're talking about, and if this is defined as black, it is not out of it's not impossible for this to save black people. But again, people are going to say that just means Kemet. But when we find this attestation, Kemet wasn't a place yet. They're going to say it means people of Egypt. We find Kemet to you in the 6th dynasty. Egypt wasn't a place yet. And some say this should just be rendered as Kemet. It don't matter. So when I take you to the dictionary, watch this. Watch how inconsistent this grammar gets. We'll go straight to a dictionary. And shout out to y'all now that I showed y'all the numbers and y'all see that I'll be getting like $2 an hour for this information. It's shout out to the contributors who even make it be that. I don't trip. I know how to grow it and we're going to grow it. Now watch this. What was we looking at? I was just about to bring y'all right here. Hold up. We look at this too much, y'all. We all know this. We're going to look at all these different Kemets and see how the ancient Egyptians wanted us to tell the difference between these Kemets. Now, if you notice, Kemet is a woman's ailment. We could go into it and see what type of ailment that was for a woman. In order for us to know what they was talking about here, they put like this determinative. Not that this determinative means an ailment, but it helps you get closer to the category that this Kemet is in, you see? Here we have, well, why they didn't translate that, I don't know. Peace to Kalam, I see you. Here we have page not detected, that's why. This is German, bro. Here we have, notice this, the Kim glyph with just a different rendition of an M and a U here. They still rendered it Kemet. If we go into the attestations, we'll see plenty of these. Now here are the categories of the word. Right? They just put a cow back there, and then that cow is divine. So here they say this says black cow. Now, if you know ancient Egyptian, the root here is Kim, the I6 glyph, KM. Here's the phonetic complement down here, which is just an M. And this means black, right? And so we don't pronounce the determinatives. They let us know the category of what they're saying is black. So they wrote down black cow. Watch these inconsistencies. It'll be consistent until you come to people. Here we have the same I6 glyph with a phonetic complement M, which gives us Kim. And then we got the two reed leaves giving us Kim E. Here's the category, the first determinative letting us know the category, and then the second determinative letting us know the category. The first determinative is hair, which lets us know the category is color. And the second one is a god. Okay, so this is literally a black god. That's why they say the black one, in parentheses, Osiris, are men. We see that it's all consistent. Look at this one. A K, a M, and a T giving us the word Kemet. Two determinatives afterward. A phallus. We'll go back. It said a woman's element, not offspring. But look at this one. We have, now let's notice the difference between these things. Here we have the I6 glyph and the bread loaf that says Kemet. We don't pronounce this phallus. nor did we pronounce the bull. That's letting us know the category of this use of this kemet. So they say black cattle. Now even here we come down to Egypt. Even though we don't say ka for this, since we determined that the category of what is black is cattle, they say black cattle. Here the same thing transpires. You got the Kim glyph, you have a T, and the difference between this one here is you don't see the phallus in the bull, you simply see the I6 determinative for city situations. So they don't see nothing that says land here. This is the category of the word. And this category really ain't land. This is used for towns and city situations. But nevertheless, they say black, and since they see the category, they say land. So then when they come to this one, the same thing should be consistent. They see black, just like it was cattle here, and they said cattle. Just like when it was, even if it's just like when it was, what else? It was cattle. A few other things there. It was land. They said the black part. And then looked at the category, and they determined they was talking about black bulls. Here they say black, which is circled. Then they look at the category, and they say Egyptians. Even though the term Kemet wasn't out yet, to me, Egypt.
Why can it not be then black people? Well, this is an answer that you don't need an Egyptologist or a fully qualified linguist, you just need a first-year student to answer. Differently from English, in Egyptian, the adjective goes after the noun.
It appears this first-year student Metatron, referred to for teachings in Egyptian grammar, is not aware that determinatives are not nouns. Kemet is a noun formed from the color adjective kem for black. The A1, B1, and Z2 determinatives are only classifiers that show the word category. They help us determine the category of the word. So kemet is a derivative of black by adding the feminized T suffix and the category of the term of people. What Egyptologists do is divorce the meaning of the root term when this nisba, kemetiu, is formed. This does not follow the rules of Egyptian grammar, but it allows some to say kemetiu simply means Egyptians by not acknowledging the blackness in the root term kem. Metatron is grossly incorrect and has just displayed folly trying to explain away the blackness at the root of the term kemet. Determinatives are not nouns in the ancient Egyptian language, and they are not part of the ancient Egyptian syntax.
But often Egyptian words had determinatives or classifiers. So for example, you can see in the top row, the seated man, you want to write the word for man, you use the bolt sign. So if we go back to our single consonantal signs and you look down the left, about 2/3 of the way down, you'll see that there's a door bolt sign that stands for the sound S, so the S sound. And we use that followed by this determinative of a seated man in the stroke, and that's how they write the word for man.
Differently from English, in Egyptian, the adjective goes after the noun.
Determinatives are not nouns in the ancient Egyptian language, and they are not part of the ancient Egyptian syntax.
It is in predicative form, not in attributive form. So in this language, it makes no sense to say first black and then men and women. If they wanted to say black people, they would write it the other way around.
Determinatives are not nouns in the ancient...
Stop 12. That kemetiu is found in more than one place. Found in 6 places. One of them is a hieratic papyrus, but the walls of Edfu ain't hieratic papyrus.
Egyptian language, and they are not part of the ancient Egyptian syntax.
And it just so happens that my language, Italian, functions the exact same way. In the majority of cases, the adjective follows the noun. It's after the noun, and it will make no sense to say, in fact, just like in English, black people. The ancient Egyptians would have said people black, but they don't.
I suggest you read Life in a Multicultural Society, Egypt from Cambyses to Constantine and Beyond. edited by Janet Johnson.
Carol A.
In it,
Andrews.
you'll find attestations to a phrase used in 2 Demotic papyri. The phrase was Remechkem. This means black man. The physical characteristics of 2 Egyptian contractors were recorded during the Greek time period. Lastly, I agree with Metatron that ancient Egypt was a multicultural society because of what transpired
never. You
over
wrong,
its
the sheriff. Don't say
3,000
that.
year
You're gonna
history.
play yourself.
But the fact remains that the foundational elements of Egyptian culture came from the south. Egypt was founded in Egyptian Nubia, not in the Delta. Tasseti was far away from the so-called crossroads of civilization that Mediterraneans and Levantites suffering from famine would traverse to reach the abundance of the land of the Black, Kemet. This video was produced by...
that noise right there kill me. Hey, Side 12, you gotta go to the new TLA to see that. You'll see. I don't feel like doing it right now. I could just probably in a click or two. Let's see. So you could be like, oh, he always know more. Let me see. Let's find it. Oh, well, Rem and Kimmy means, well, Rome and Kimmy would mean the man. See, that's why they got to deal with that too. Because they just say that's an Egyptian, the man of the black land. But both of those terms, Roman Kimmy and Rodney Kemet, are closely related, but they're not the same term. One of them is the language of the Egyptians, which has a in the beginning, and the other one is the people of the Egyptians. So this Kemet to you here is inactive. Let's find one that's active real quick. Maybe Kemet T. So now, my brother, you see here, they're going to say 6 occurrences. In the other TLA, they say 4 occurrences. 4 occurrences, SOT 12. So, mind you, 2 of these other occurrences falsify what you're saying. And I was trying to put you up on game. But I don't know why you think. How you going to get on this level that quick, SOT 12? I show you the tools to use to verify that you ain't slipping before you hop out on that branch, and then it always break. But luckily, the new TLA going slow for you, so I'll go into my own materials and put handlebars. Bow. Go into my own materials. See that right there, Southwell? What you see right there? What you see right there? Come back to you. This is a facsimile. Does that occur? No, okay, so the people is an Efu. And if you understand how to read glyphs, the TU bird represents the people. Golly, man, I don't know what to say. So you can put a TU bird or the people, but let's see if that's consistent. Let's see. Hold on real quick. Just one moment. Oh, I have a source for you. Since I got a source for every pseudo claim people try to make, let's go here. And let's read what it says. Here's one source. Let's read it. All right. So, what do you see here? a T, a J, and a W. The source here is Daniel Selden. TU. So the brothers say there is no people on that. You got to know how to read the glyphs. There is people on that. They're represented by something called, and I do this teaching for free, and you learn it for free, and you get to look, you get to go and beat up somebody else with what you're learning right now. You definitely get no wins over here. Look. In nouns ending with T, either as the root or as the feminine ending, the masculine plural TU is usually written with the sign, the TU bird. Usually, not always. T, Y, U means something in ancient Egyptian. TU always mean a group of people, most often. So when you see the people here, and you see Kim TU, Kemet TU, you know you got the same thing as you have when you see what I had just showed you here. And you said there's no people on that. I'm like, learn to read the glyphs, bro. What do you see? A TU bird. Kim TU. Dang, that'd be easy. Now, I can't magically just make it through that. Shout out to Gina for contributing to the page and making it worth it. She said, keep it up. Will do, Gina. That encouragement works. Always. I'm going to show y'all how to build this up into one of them pages. I'm going to start streaming more in prime time. I was limiting myself to early hours. I ain't doing that no more. I need to get some of that prime time action. And I'll do 2 or 3 streams just for a month straight to see if it helps increase things. They see that TU bird. Okay, they see the TU bird. Now let's look at our own survey and see if it's consistent with what we learn in the books. Let's go look and see how the TU bird occurs, as we often do. And let's see if what they're saying is true. So what are we doing? We're trying to see if it's making these nouns turn to groups of people. The horizon dwellers, the ones of the horizon. Let me try to translate that. It's been doing this to me lately, as y'all see. The ones of the horizon, that changed the horizon. Aketiu, now it's ones of the horizon. You take the east, Yabet, and you say Yabet to you got the eastern residents. You see how they're just doing that with a bird? That one don't got the people. You got to read. No, it ain't nothing. You wouldn't have known this, my brother. Now, again, it's going to be changing all of these statements to groups of people. Are the head of the Chinsu, let's say since that's a TU, the head is in one individual. Oh, we got Amentiu. This is Western peoples. Now, Kenti Amentiu is the foremost of the Westerners, the foremost of the Western ones. Ertu, but this still has a TU bird on it, but it says a plant associated with plant dye. Now, when it is related to individuals, it always changes that into somewhat of a group. Now, if we go like this, let's get more complicated with the TLA. And we kind of got to know Gardner sign code to do this, but it's not a big deal. You can just go A1, B1, Z2. And it'll pull up all instances of words that got them people behind it. So we'll look at the instances of the words. They're not all TUs, but you will also as well, just like right here. Well, what TU? Notice it's not a TU bird there. It's the people. Man, this be hella easy. So look, philology beat everything to me because I don't be seeing people getting around these texts. Y'all see that TU bird right there? You don't see the bird, but you see a T, a J, which represents an I or Y, and a W. It says inhabitants of the land of Wawat. That would be the if we knew what Wawat meant, you could base an argument that it says, one of those TUs said red color. That'll be good. Let me go look back, Side 12. Let's go look back and see which one that was. And that's what I found a couple of those. But they're in my presentation, and those are the ones that I question people with. I don't see one right here that say red color yet. The Great Family. Oh, maybe when we was back on the other TUs, the other page. All right, we'll look at it. But what we're looking at here is Gardner, A1, B1, and Z2, the man, the woman, and the three strokes, to see how many words they make form a TU at the end. Now notice it's going to be in relation to places like this, Wawat TU. Because this Nisba formed off Wawat, it's saying they're related to Wawat. And since Egyptologists and me don't know the definition of Wawat, we can't even relate this Nisba to the root. So we just have to, by nature, say that's inhabitants of Wawat. And I'm not disagreeing with that. But do you see how it's formed grammatically, my brother Side 12? With Gardner, A1, B1, and Z2. But we still get a TU. Why do we get that? Because of the rule that we learned right here. That's why the scholar translates that, but it's really the rule that we learned. Is it this one? Nope, it's in here somewhere, maybe. Well, I kind of have to break this down. But it got notice this is just another Y, a W, and a T in different situations. But maybe I can read it here. It says the Y of the masculine singular is often but by no means written out as regards to the masculine plural. The Latin presence of the semivowel is betrayed by the use of the sound sign TU in derivatives from feminine nouns. So metu above are for, but an adjective used as a noun of derived for, it don't say it's forming people groups. All right. But I mean, it says it all here. Basically, in Egyptian, Nisba adjectives have the same characteristic JI ending as their Semitic counterparts, but their usage is actually much more extensive. On the most basic level, the Egyptian place name Kemet gives rise to the Nisba adjective Kemti, meaning Egyptian. And it says, in fact, we have already encountered the ubiquitous Nisba form ending the genitival adjective derived from the preposition in, and we need to pay more attention to this part. Because you can take the genitival adjective that is derived from the preposition in, which is ni, and you can say a man from Kemet by saying si ni Kemet. And that pops up a lot. A man belonging to Kemet. But another way to express the same concept belong altogether is through the substantive Nisba Kemti, man of Egypt, man of Kemet. More commonly attested in the plural, Kemet TU. So even though he does the same thing all scholars do, and they divorce the root of this black right here that's in the circle, I just illustrated when we was going over that, we'll go back over that, that's inconsistent with Egyptian grammar. But let's keep analyzing how many times this man, this woman, and these three strokes make the word form a TU. You'll notice it'll be in relation to places. Now, this is a tribe of Syria that they call it Wayet or whatever. But whatever. Now, this is a Watu. Who are they? Come on, translator. Who is the Watu? If y'all know already. They inhabit the oasis. But look, the TU is formed off of Gardner A1, B2, and Z3. I mean Z2. A1, B1, and Z2. And y'all can look at the ones that don't say TU. Because I'm just looking. Now let's look at this one. For the people who say it don't mean people, it's funny here. This is Mut Remech. It literally translates to the mother of people. But it is the placenta or the uterus. But what you have here is Mut. And then you see the determinative for the lady. Then you don't see Remech. All you see is wretch. But if you know this word, this is Remech. They just didn't write the M in there. Remech. Now you see the people. But they let you know they're really not talking about people because they put this here. So a different category, not just people, something. This is a piece of the body or a piece of flesh or something. So it lets you know they're talking about the placenta or the uterus. But you still see a remech here and the people attached to the remech. Which is not what we're looking for, but something that was cool to point out. We have a T without the U, but the TY is represented here. That's duality. But they just give you a relative. Why? Because Mahout is already a word. So they just put the J there, right here, to say, turns Mahout into a person, or whatever. Misut, Nisut, the kids of the king are children of the king. The children is represented here by the child, but the category is represented by A1, B1, C2, giving us a young person. So they say a child of the king. Here go the Nisut in the front. But that's not a TU, so let's just roll to the TUs. Again, it'll occur, I think I just passed one. They're gonna occur on places and stuff. Next. The last one just said all people and had a word for it, which was like, yeah, Horneb. We should note that too. That is actually a word for that. That ain't Remech. We just got a T, but that's formed off of a word. Well, correct. Now it's correcti, the relatives. But I ain't seeing hella TUs. I want words that pop up need to be related to, that are related to locations. And so I'm sure they're in the, and that says next, like I'm on the last already. So right now there were a few words like Wawatu and other places that, but I need to look at that some other way. There were words formed where the people did make the term form the TU sound to say that that's qualified. But it wasn't hell of them though. Well, Watu is one that I'll use. And I got other ways to look that up, but yeah. It ain't a lot of them. Some might argue, well, that shouldn't be pronounced Watu. All right, yeah. Shout out to y'all. Well, let's keep it popping. Oh, let's do a Zoom. Let's do a Zoom. I'll put this up if somebody want to come in. Don't feel no pressure to come in. I don't feel like banging. Don't come in with no profanity. Try to keep it popping regular. Let me see. Oh, this is what we're doing right now? I'll put this up. Hold up. Glad crypto's starting to go back up. I'm working in the crypto space trying to rearrange this project. I'm glad that, we got some crypto, got a little excitement from some people. Let's see what it do. I'll check out that page one time. I'll just put up the Zoom real quick. Let's see where we at in the show right now. Come in with that good information, y'all. As we listen to this good music.
Black people, I love you, and I love you enough to tell you, you ain't ready to revolt shit. You don't feed yourself, you don't hunt your own animals and slaughter them, you don't prepare your own meat, you don't own your own land, you don't have a seed going in your window. Revolutionaryism, you think about fighting and dying in the street, you ain't shit.
Killer Mike said black people ain't ready to revolt. It's a disparaging marriage and he ready to elope. Maritime coastline, deep V hull boat. Crack a nose turned up, machete to your throat. The divine snatched the arm back, she fine, she in Zinga. Moroccan mercenary got a line on Moringa. Ask Chief X to swing it. Go fund me to rock a new car or build a school like I'm Dr. Umar. Nah, go fund some more guns, banana clips and cannabis and bury it. The jackal, Anubis. I'm cool, keep them heaters and I'm in tie in an abyss. He ain't rapping due to libations, he just channeling this.
Hands down, you ain't ready to oppose nothing. You are as a part of this system as any white person gentrified.
I'm on life. Hovercraft propellers over swamp water. We make the thoughtful think they should have thought harder. Be aware of this. Don't blink, there's only one blunt between the careful and careless. It's hard to face it when you need a shrink or a therapist. Mental disorder ordered them to label you a terrorist. I breathe elements and I found the secret. We could all walk on water if it's ground beneath you. I carry my weapon and keep my trees and still be Hotep and ask to rig Nasheed. 6 in the morning I greet my seed, then do everything I think I need.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get it in now.
I know our spirit and our emotions get stirred.
That's right, on the Smash Rock Wellington Show, where you get some of the best teachings and some of the best music unheard in hip-hop.
I agree with everything my brother said about revolutionaryism. So let me ask you guys a few
Hit
questions.
the link. Feel free to hit the link and let's get it popping.
Who knows how to pitch?
Black people, I am ready.
Who knows how to
Ready
pitch?
to roll. Come on.
Black people, are you ready to revolt?
Yup.
Black people, are you ready to
That's right.
revolt?
It's the only ones I took pictures of, though.
Black people, are you ready to revolt? Black people, are you ready to revolt?
I ain't got to do that. I ain't even got to do that. Is there a video? Nah, it ain't no video for that song.
In a sense, but in another sense, it doesn't really, because
right
black people are very weak. They're getting weaker by the day.
For real? Dang, why you do that? Why you say that? That was whack.
Egypt and Nubia in the 5th-4th millennia, BCE. A view from the First Cataract and its surroundings, Maria Carmela Gatto. Conclusion. Evidence we can present for the elements that might be of use for detecting creolization in the archaeological record of the First Cataract region can be summarized as follows. 1. Because of the scanty data available for the 5th millennium BC in the First Cataract region, as well as in southern Upper Egypt generally, not much can be said. It is notable, however, that evidence present in this region prior to Nakada IC is always related to the Nubian tradition, the same tradition shared by the Badarian and Tashan cultures of Middle Egypt, meaning that at that time there was not a clear distinction between two different groups, and that probably a cultural boundary was located further north between Tasa Badari and Fayum Merimdi. 2. In the same region, the bulk of the archaeological record dating to the 4th millennium is related to the Nakada culture, but a small Nubian component is always present in many aspects of the material culture, such as pottery and lithics. It is notable that the Nubian pottery is a local production. 3. In the ritual sphere, elements from both cultural entities might also be present, and this is visible not only at Cass S1 but also on Elephantine Island in the Satet Temple, Dreyer, 1986. 4. There are some hybrid elements such as the milled rim on red polished Nakada bowls. 5. In the First Cataract region and southern Upper Egypt there are regionally distinctive elements such as animal burials in the human cemeteries, Flores 2003, and the great amount of shale-tempered vessels. There can be little doubt that the interaction between Egyptians and Nubians in their borderland created a new cultural entity, but how best to characterize this is still far from being understood.
Conclusion. Evidence we can present for the elements that might be of use for detecting creolization in the archaeological record of the First Cataract region can be summarized as follows. 1. Because of the scanty data available for the 5th millennium BC in the First Cataract region, as well as in southern Upper Egypt generally, not much can be said. It is notable, however, that evidence present in this region prior to Nakada IC is always related to the Nubian tradition, the same tradition shared by the Badarian and Tassian cultures of Middle Egypt, meaning that at that time there was not a clear distinction between two different groups, and that probably a cultural boundary was located further north between Tasa Badari and Fayum Merimda. 2. In the same region, the bulk of the archaeological record dating to the 4th millennium is related to the Nakada culture, but a small Nubian component is always present in many aspects of the material culture, such as pottery and lithics. It is notable that the Nubian pottery is a local production. 3. In the ritual sphere, elements from both cultural entities might also be present.
Y'all know I still got beats, right? I
not
just be
only
chilling.
Cass 1, but also
My beats be
on
better than the
Elephantine
beats
Island
Cass be
in the
sending me.
Satet
I be like, no, bro.
Dreyer 1986. 4. There are some hybrid elements such as the milled rim on red polished Nakada bowls. 5. In the First Cataract region and southern Upper Egypt, there are regionally distinctive elements such as animal burials in the human cemeteries, Flores 2003, and the great amount of shale-tempered vessels. There can be little doubt that the interaction between Egyptians and Nubians in their borderland created a new cultural entity, but how best to characterize this is still far from being understood.
Coptic verbal morphology. A reader unfamiliar with Coptic grammar may assume that one is dealing with two completely different words, such as French blue and fatty, BL versus BBL, which have neither the same number of consonants nor the same vowels. Unfortunately, Fuma seems unaware that Egyptian and Coptic have a verbal morphology largely based on a high degree of apophony. These languages have a verbal morphology consisting of a root made up of a consonant sequence, providing lexical information, and a template, a mold made of a fixed number of consonants, and a particular vowel sequence, providing grammatical information. One root can be associated with different templates, giving it different grammatical functions. For example, the root /km/ in Coptic is associated with darkness. The CCOC template associates this root and others with the infinitive. Thus, when associated with this template, the root KM becomes KMOM, KMOM become black, XM becomes XMOM in Baharic, the root HM associated with heat, when associated with the template CCOC, is realized as AMOM get hot. This is what Fuma seems to have understood in a later work, Fuma 2050.
What's the key to memorizing rhymes? Not trying to memorize them. That's the key to memorizing rhymes, not going into the... All right, so this is what happened. So there's a realm you could go into your brain that's going to start to cause performance anxiety. If you set a task for yourself that you don't pull out to accomplish, you don't put the work in to accomplish, you don't put in the hard work. So the way that I remember my stuff is put in the work and then try not to remember it. The Gardner's TU bird is G4. I ain't heard this beat. I just be sitting around playing around sometimes. There probably should have been more to it, you know what I'm saying? But somebody could spit to that right there. But let me load something else up. I don't know what this is. Maybe my daughter made that. Yeah, my daughter might have made that. I'm gonna let her music be what it be. Let me open. Save. Yeah, save. I'm sure. Listen, I don't know what none of this is. I'm opening up. What's this? Yeah, my daughter been making music lately, and I'm happy for her. Hopefully she makes something. I'm gonna help her put it out. I'm gonna give her a whole record company and be like, just do this. She got some beats in here. So many beats, I don't even see my beats. Maybe I used to save them to a different place or something. Dang. Let me see where my beats is at. Just for the fun, I'm chilling. Oh, nobody hit the link? What y'all doing? The link's still right there. Hit the link. Let me see if I made some beats. So where would they be at? I don't know. I guess not. The youth taking over. So Native Instruments, Machine Chew projects. What is this in documents? Documents, okay. Native Instruments. Want to see if I can find some beats I made before. While y'all click the link, and then we'll get back to the teaching and chilling. Yeah, I gotta use some of these beats because when they be talking about content and stuff, projects, okay. Yeah, there go some of my beats, but that don't mean they're gonna sound no better. I'm just looking at stuff. Oh, thanks for hitting the link. Let's see what this is. Thanks for hitting the link. Oh, the sample can't be found. Where was that at? User OneDrive machine samples. Oh, what's up with my man? You here? Can you hear me? When your mic get ready, peace. It can't find a sample. What would this be?
Hotel Pool Smash.
Hotel, what's up with you?
Nothing, just chilling, taking a break from raking the leaves and the squirrel food.
Oh yeah? I heard that.
Yeah.
I got to do my yard just the other day.
I got to do it every day.
Oh yeah, it get bad?
Oh yeah, we got two oak trees, one in this yard, one next door. Be dropping acorns like crazy.
I can't find this sample. That good guy in the building. Let me see. See if I can find this. I'll share this with the Zoom, so you see what I'm doing. Why they can't find this sample? This beat was slap. How y'all locate y'all samples when the machine can't find it? It was in Native Instrument Machine 2 samples on my OneDrive documents. So maybe I moved that. Locate OneDrive. Here you go, right here. That's not it. Oh, they must have took that away. I don't know. Whatever. This beat was slapping. I'll remake it. But what's up, that good guy? You there?
Peace, 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 peace.
Peace.
Peace to the public. Peace to the staff. And yesterday, and Goldie and Unc was making the same kind of argument, right?
Let's see if that's the sample. Hold up. No, the sample No, that's a vocal sample. Wow. All right, forget it. What you say that what they did yesterday?
I said they was making the same kind of argument, Goldie and Unc, right? That it's a mixed multitude of people who started here. But not Unc said that they're originally black, but and Goldie is back migration, and truthfulness, back migration, and truthfulness, right?
Oh no. I'm kind of looking at this thing. But tell us more about it and just explain it, because I don't really, you feel me?
Every time people come on, the people who start Egypt and people who back money, they run the channels.
Your mic messed up. Your mic messed up.
You can hear me? You can hear me? I probably got it on the wrong side.
Now
you can hear me now? So everybody's saying that it's back migration and the Tufians and this back migration people who came and back migrated. And that's how you get Kemet, as you noticed. And those are the same people in there today. That's in Goldie. I don't know what Unc is saying. I'm trying to understand. That's why I'm asking, is it the people coming from the South who started everything, like the dress or the kilt or whatever? Where do that come from? That smite.
Oh, all that stuff comes from the South. You know that, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if that stuff comes from the South, and the bearded man and the people, all that stuff comes from the South, why is they fighting? The obvious.
Mm-hmm. Well, they fighting because two cultures had emerged coming from the South. One, I mean,
but
that was.
My bad. Even that Ramsey's people, they mixed with the African people for over 5,000 years. But like they didn't mix with any other people. Or I'm wrong.
What do you mean?
like when Ramsey can't come in, right? Who do they mix with? Because they supposed to be some R1B1. That's what they try to say, that Ramsey is not what you would call black.
You said what?
I said they trying to say Ramsey is not what you would call black because they have that R1B1 stuff.
All these beats is missing something when I pull them up, and I'm mad. But I'm listening to you playing beats in the back. It worked. Unless the people say they can't hear you.
So my question is, why is they trying to make it seem like Ramsey people are different from like the first to sixth, the first to sixth intermediate people?
Something they're trying to make happen.
I would like to know which remembrance you are referring to.
Say it again.
Which remembrance are you referring to?
I'm referring to anybody before like the 12th dynasty, before the 13th dynasty. So from the 1st to the 12th.
Man, there was something else to this beat. Excuse me, let me press mute myself out.
Cause Smash go over a lot of this stuff, so we don't see no other people. I mean, we see other people coming in, but we don't see a different. Let me know if I'm wrong, Smash. To like, would you say like the 13th or something, like 12th to 13th? Because even Ramses is not from the original lineage. Let me know if I'm wrong.
Which Ramses? That's why he was. Oh, hold on. Let me turn it on. No, I was talking. You couldn't hear me. Which Ramses? That's why you say which Ramses.
Ramsey the second, or Ramsey the first, second, like whoever.
Well, so all the Ramses, all those Ramses wasn't related. After a time, Ramses just became a name that kings would take on. So Ramses the third wasn't related to Ramses the second. Somebody can let me know if they want to fill in on that.
You know that.
I think the first and second was related, but I don't think the third was related.
Because before Ramsey wasn't a Seti?
Yeah, Seti, Ramses, it go like that. And then that dynasty stopped. But now we can look that up right now to see if I'm just making that up. But yeah, you know, Ramses became a name that they just took on after a while. But what you say, it kind of became like a Caesar name.
So Seti was the original family. Ramsey was wasn't like a guard or something like that? Like a royal was there or something like that to the family? If I'm not mistaken.
What you know about that, Dahudi?
Nothing, not much really.
So tell us more of what you propose, good guy.
I propose that Ramsey wasn't a like direct lineage, like you said, to the Setis.
The third?
He was the second.
I don't know about the second. The second is supposed to be, but the third ain't supposed to be. In my memory, Ramses the third was separated by something else. I don't even know what this is.
Okay, so I'm wrong about that kind.
Well, look, we can look it up right now. We won't.
So I want to know, because Seti is the original family, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what you mean by the original family? The first group of people that came out with the Ramses?
I would guess, like, did it break before Seti? Did the family bloodline or tree or whatever, did that break before Seti?
Oh, this was...
Or Seti started a new family bloodline?
Well, it goes Seti Ramses. So Seti the first was Ramses the first father, right? Now before somebody could just pull it up.
Bless you.
Thank you. Excuse me. Somebody could just pull it up, but I'm just going on memory that it went Seti Ramses, and then some other stuff, and then Ramses the third got a different lineage. But I just was already had this stuff on my screen. That's why I got consumed looking over old beats. Maybe I'll find a beat that's worth something, worth rapping to.
The Seti one is the so-called 19th dynasty.
Uh-huh.
I don't have Rameses. The so-called Rameses II is also the 19th dynasty.
Yeah, so who is the it goes Seti then Rameses one?
I said it, let me see. No, the Seti one is Ma'at Menra, Mary, what does it say? Oh, Mary, no, it just say Mary, Patah, Mary Seti, Mary Seti Patah.
Okay.
The Seti one.
So who's Ramses' father?
It's Rameses II, so-called, is a son of Seti. Yeah.
Okay, so that is son of Seti. Cool. I don't know what I did with these sounds, but they sound like something you could make a beat out of. Okay, so so he is the son of Seti.
I guess it's like you said, when they get to the third, it's not. I guess that's when the like somebody else take over.
Yeah, he in a whole different dynasty, which means he in a whole different family.
Now, would that family be close to the like? Would that have been a coup or something like that, or it just been?
Sometimes it is. We would have to look at the details of that one. Didn't they say Ramsey, one of the who was the last one of the 20 of the 19th dynasty? The last Nisu of the 19th dynasty. Anybody know?
Yeah, my mind goes from 19th to the 25th, so
okay. I'm gonna pull it up. Let me see. Oh, the beat. All right. So, Suicide, right? How you say this? How you say this name? It say two more set, but we need to look at the meta nature. Let me see. So basically, just like we thought, it was only two Ramses in the dynasty. And it
the capital T representative TCH.
So I go Ramses Seti, Ramses Seti. I mean Ramses Seti, Ramses Merimpatah, Seti the second. And then let's go to the next dynasty. This is the next family got Ramses the third in it. If it ain't the 20th, it's the 21st, but it's the 20th. So we're gonna see Ramses. Now look, all these Ramses wasn't related to them Ramses. You feel me? You can see if they say they is. Off the Queen. I'm gonna say Wos-Ret. Egypt descended to the period of civil war, as attested by the Elephantine stela built by Set Naked. It says the circumstances of Woset's or whatever Wos-Ret's demise are uncertain, as she may have died peacefully during her reign or been overthrown by Set Naked. But let's see if they say, yeah, since this is a different family, I don't think we're supposed to think that these Ramses was actually related to. This is when everybody start calling themselves Ramses. They're going to Ramses third, then we're going to get the fourth, fifth, sixth. And so, yeah. That's how that started happening. But yeah. I'm just chilling. It's amazing that none of them. Never mind. I was just thinking. Hey, what y'all thought about that fight? Did y'all watch that fight the other day? Anybody? Huh?
No, I didn't.
Oh yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, I probably was doing something.
Did you get to see a good guy? You didn't get to see it? Oh, I don't know.
Nah, I ain't get to see it.
Yeah. That was crazy. I can't even find none of my old stuff. Maybe I got each one. That's good. Yeah, that's crazy.
You're supposed to knock the champion out. I guess that's what they're supposed to do.
Well, he dropped his ass. He shouldn't even have been able to do that.
Yeah, you know how it is.
Yeah, that was it got real fake. So, I mean, hey, if I go back to Metatron and everything he was saying about that TU bird and stuff, I think Ngannou won the fight. He got robbed. Tyson Fury, somebody asked that in the chat. Sorry. Tyson Fury didn't do nothing after he got up. I mean, come on now. He didn't even make Ngannou make me. I mean, he hit him once or twice, but not enough to say he came back. After you get dropped and the rest of the fight is even, you lost. But how one judge had one round like by 3 points and Ghana was down? That was ridiculous. Hit the link, Pan African James, so you can host. Get it popping. What's an ancient Egyptian term to look over in the text to see how they was using that term?
Which term is that?
I'm asking you guys for one.
I know you say use that term.
I'm saying, what is an ancient Egyptian term that we could look up in the text to see how they used it?
Oh.
Huh?
Is hotep a real term?
Yeah, it's a real term, but it wasn't really like a greeting, as you find out when you look through the text.
You say it's not Greek?
No, I said it's not. It wasn't used as much as it was used for offerings. Then, like, people think it was used like a greeting. Like, we say hotep to each other. That's us doing that. Ancient Egyptians, like, let's do hotep. All right, let's look. The most often context we're going to find ain't as a greeting. Nej Correct is more of a greeting. Maybe I should put a capital H or not. Let's see.
Capital H, lowercase t, right?
Okay, yeah, I gotta remember. Yeah, cool. There you go. Let's see. It's going to get us more of like these offerings. All right. Now, right here, it says it's an offering table. So I could click into any of these renditions: to be pleased, to be content, to make content. Now, this is an offering. This is an offering. Which one say a greeting? You see what I mean? So normally you greet people with an offering, like if they come to your house. And that's Hotep. That's peace, one love. Like Southern hospitality is the nature of Hotep, because you see the offering table at the root of the word. So now, which one of these could I go into that we can line up the most with a greeting? It ain't gonna really be one. And so
You don't have the noun piece in there? I'm sure it does.
Well, peace is going to be found in to be pleased, to be content. So it's like to be at peace. You feel me? It ain't like peace, like it's like, if we are content, we're at peace. We're to make content. But if I just go type peace in the dictionary, let's see what they give us. Now remember, this is sourcing the word bunch for its definitions. Aldolf Erman. If I just put peace, let's see what pops up. To plead for peace, that's to beg for peace. To be in peace, Imhotep, okay? So should we look at, and now welcome, there we find the greeting statement. But Hotep alone without the conjunction, as we know, Imhotep, then we starting to go down that route. We have a different phrase. So we'll look at this, but let's keep looking for other statements of peace. Haret, or whatever, to be pleased, Haru. They still got pleased as peace. Hetep-u, okay?
Yeah, there we go.
And Hetep with another T at the end. So let's look at how they say these, and let's see if they're saying is a lot of them, 491. So for the people who said Hotep don't mean peace, they wrong. I said it ain't necessarily used as a greeting until we go E-E-M. E-E means I come, right? Or to come. And then how you're coming is Imhotep. In peace are with offerings. To his satisfaction here, I'm just looking at how they translate it in each place. All right, worthy walk in peace. Let him walk in the beautiful paths where the worthy walk in peace. You can walk in peace. The beautiful, peaceful passage. The very beautiful, peaceful, to say peaceful things. May he walk the beautiful paths. Let's just see if somebody, because someone says it says to greet, but all of these keep continuing. May he walk in the path, so I'm skipping them. May he walk in the path. May you wake up in peace. That's a good one. May Teddy wake up in peace, but he's dead though. So they ain't really talking about waking up in the morning in peace. It's in this pyramid text. All right. The Eye of Horus, which is the house of, is in peace. So like all of these pieces could be translated back to being content. I want to see one that looks like make you awake in peace. I want to see one that's like peace. Oh, there you go, pass in peace. But this is Unis making, basically he's going through something in peace. He's going to pass this in peace to the place of peace. So there's Hotep set Hotep, the place of peace, which green fields that is in the horizon. Here go one. I see it saying in German, welcome, my friend. So this will be the first one we could do. Don't that look like it say welcome, my friend? But
I'm not familiar with German.
Yeah. I start looking at it a lot. So watch this. I'm gonna say German. And it's going to say, welcome, my friend. Welcome in peace. Okay, close enough. At least I seen the welcome. I thought that said my friend. Or it said welcome in peace. Welcome in peace. So this is one where in the Pyramid of Teddy, Pyramid Text 4, if you ever want to remember this, Pyramid Text 412 is where you have a primary attestation of somebody using Hotep to greet a person. All right. But like we said, look what they say. See, this is exactly what we said. or they say Jew, but that ain't right. Because this is just, different transliterations. It should be just two I's, watch. Yeah, all right, well, this J here, don't be fooled by that J unless you adhere to that transliteration scheme. It's representative of a Y. That's why people say U. If they want to pronounce this, we see Yui or whatever. But whatever, is, some people say that too. Imhetep. So he comes in peace. And again, that's Pyramid Text Teddy 412. First time I seen it in the text corpus. Who bring Teddy to peace? But since we already found one, we don't see many of them. I'm just zooming through them. Pass in peace, good in peace. Here go another one. Greeting in the four happy faces is a greeting, but it says in the storm for the sake of peace. So, all right, she is at peace. Welcome in peace. The next one is Peppy, the first. So it's all King, Old Kingdom where we see Imhotep. We are aware of that, but just the Hotep, the way we use it, it'll give us different things. Offerings, right? If we just say Hotep, you're going to get more statements towards offerings. So let's look at the offering, just an offering genitive. 135 attestations. First used in the Old Kingdom, what does it say? The grave complex of Mer-Reshank, the third. They say no translation is possible, but it clearly say Hotep right here. HTP. So now it's a royal sacrifice. It's actually used as an offering in all these instances. One time the breakfast pastries and all these other things. May the king give a sacrifice. The word sacrifice is Hotep. It's not really a sacrifice, it's an offering. So this is why people who came out trying to debate said Hotep is a sacrifice. They misread this. And all of these say sacrifices. They're offerings. As I say here, the king's offering. The king's offering. Hotep. So now we see a different context of the term too. When you just say Hotep without the conjunction EEM, saying I come with offerings or without offerings, you just come in peace. All right. I mean, that's cool. So this video is in about 3 hours, and I do want to get my streams up. I'm going to come back a little bit later in prime time. Anybody got some words they want to get in before we close this out?
Yeah, was I on yesterday or the day before?
I think that was the day before.
Day before. Yeah, I just want to make amends for my Intepi Seba Anika Osazia Daniels. She was my first teacher. I didn't mention her name yet the other day.
Oh, okay. Word up.
Yeah.
Shout out to her. She and shout out to what they do over there.
Yeah.
That's cool. So I'm gonna come back after a while, maybe a couple hours with another stream. That good guy, you want to get something in before we go?
Just keep up the good work.
Word up. Thanks for the support. Thanks for always helping make it a good stream. Peace. I'm going to close this down now. All right. That's what's up. Now, in closing, I got like the final 6 minutes that we could chill for. In the beginning of the video, don't mind when I'm kicked back far from the mic. Y'all can still hear me. The level's still up there. In the beginning of the video, I just was showing us how to be more systematic about our YouTube pages and how we can attach it. Y'all like these? I can fix them. I'm about to fix these right now in the next 6 minutes. Get your Black Egypt hoodie. Represent gang. Hold up. Let me fix them for y'all. You see, I got the sample on, but I wasn't promoting them because how mine came out. So I'm gonna go up in here and fix it. People don't respect themselves. This is business. What I'm doing, I'm running a YouTube, so this is all a write-off. If I order DoorDash right now, I can write that off. Y'all gotta respect game or expect flames. Tell me I'm wrong. Nobody can tell me I'm wrong. I'm broadcasting live right now. So if I order my lunch, I always need to eat while I'm broadcasting so I can write it off at the end of the year. We up on that, right? Y'all gonna make me come back with another stream quicker than quicker. I'm gonna go eat real quick. Let me see, create product. Let me fix this product. I'm gonna show y'all what I'm doing in a second. Because there's hella ways to monetize your YouTube. First, I'm about to fix this shirt. That Magi shirt look clean too. And I'm gonna kill a few products. Y'all wanna see? I'm just in spring right now. I'm gonna go to the Black Egypt hoodies and fix them. Because this one I got on, as y'all see, look what they did. Now this is something that you working with the technology, right? So hold on, this is the wrong screen. Now look, they put the graphic, look, this is how far the graphic is from the top of the neck. So it rendered the hoodie not like, I mean, that's still cool. But it rendered the hoodie not like I want it. Now let me show you how you doing it. All you got to do is buy samples of your own products and ask yourself, would you put your stamp on that? See, these BEs is hella clean. Well, I ain't doing them. They showing me other products they put in whatever logo I got on, right? This is just drop shipping, family. Don't even trip. I love to show people how to do drop shipping because I encourage y'all all to have y'all drop shipping so that I can support y'all. Now, when you see this, it ain't that close. When I click the preview, it ain't that close. It's centered right and everything. But when I ordered it, it was this close. So let me see what's their problem. Now I have to take it down lower on the hoodie, maybe low down here, and order another sample. Now that look whack though. People be like, why it's so low? But if you look at it on me right here, you see it come out. So this is all automated and digital. Ain't nobody at that company seeing is your stuff spaced right, right? You gotta look when you gotta do that. So since it came up this high on the hoodie, I'm about to fix it right now and then order another sample. Right? So where did this show up? This shows up here. This right here, what I'm doing, look, it show up here. I can show you how to do it if you don't know how. It don't show up on your live streams. Man, you learn the most on this channel, even if you don't want to admit it. Videos. It show up on your real videos. So if I go to this response to Metatron.
This is what we are disagreeing about.
Now you come down here and you see the store right here. That's how people get them stores right there. I've been wondering how to get that store right there. Well, I just showed you. But I'll show you another way and then another angle. So if you go scroll through this story that's right here, you'll eventually see the Black Egypt hoodie that I'm modifying right now, as well as a lot of fly other designs. All right, and they give you a whole store. So why you ain't, now here's the thing. This is what people gotta understand, and people gotta understand this part. Please understand this part. I learned it in music. The difference between artist merchandise and a clothing line. Notice how you gotta focus on that. Like if you go to the Warriors game, you ain't too much tripping off the quality of the t-shirt that you buy that say Warriors on it. You don't want it to be hoopty, but you ain't trying to get no $65 t-shirt with nicest, softest cotton. Because you know you're buying sports merchandise. Now, when you go to the store, I said when you go to the Warriors game, if you go up to that merch booth, you're going to get more quality stuff, obviously, because they also have real branded stuff. But this is for us YouTubers to understand. I ain't even trying to do no brand with my page because I want more freedom than that, to not be forced to be commercial all the time. But I'm going to focus more on that. Now, what I'm simply saying is artist merchandise, in the sense you're not an artist, you're a podcast, you're a video, you're a YouTube page. Well, you need tangible ways. He said, make you one with Black Kimmy, you about to snatch it up? All right, I'm about to fix it right now. I'm in the middle of fixing it. Yeah, I got my, Black Kimmy. All right, I'll put the Black Kimmy and just Kimmy up there, just straight Kimmy. I put Black Egypt to touch on the people who don't know what Kemet means. If Kemet is on the hood, people gotta know. But this is more abrasive. So people say Black Egypt, you know. So, but yeah, I'm about to make that one right now. And this is what we're talking about. It is giving people tangible ways to support you. Okay, let's remember that's what that's about. A tangible way, because people don't touch nothing with the Cash App, right? They just want to get you, that show you that keep doing what you're doing. I want to support you. But if you offer them a tangible way to support you, ain't nobody tripping off no Magi cup, right? But they can have this as a token of their support, because people still put $20 in the Cash App. So all of us, listen, let's not always compete about every damn thing, especially when it comes to the commerce part. I want a pseudo-killer's cup. I want a chef cup, Chef and M. My whole cabinet of cups could be filled up with my support of other people doing what we're doing. But I'm just saying, and so I wasn't going too far on this one. But I just was saying we need to look at that more correctly and appropriately. So now, I made this simply to get this high print quality, probably even in Photoshop. But I think repositioning the design the way that I just did will take the Black Egypt down lower. I should probably even make it bigger, because still print quality is still great. And I'm going to take it down here so they better not put the design up too high. Preview it again, and let that be that. Now, I'll go over here, set my pricing. Now, this is what y'all need to see about the drop shipping. You ain't spending a dime. So when you get greedy on the drop shipping, you tripping. See, I think even my numbers is kind of greedy, but it's not. I got the hoodie on. This is a $40 hoodie, easy. So that ain't nothing. But I would only make $11 off that if you buy it. But I don't get nothing. I mean, I don't get show information. They handle all that. I don't get, you don't get, all you get, I don't have no work to do. I don't have to send you the product. That's what drop shipping means. All you do, take your logo, your brand that you own or whatever you building, put the artwork on some clothing, and let that company get it to your people. Now, again, you're doing artist merchandise, right? So don't act like your stuff, if you don't take the efforts we do, like we do with our hieroglyphics artist merch to make sure it's better than the traditional artist merch. We got cut and sew stuff. All right, I'm going to come back with another show to talk about this type of stuff to make sure I get my views up. Thank y'all for watching. I'm over the 3-hour mark. It is what it is. It's the Smash Rockwell show where you can. Look, this is what you do here. First of all, we the front line, the infantry defense for Kemet. Magi archers. All right? We're going to take you in the ancient Egyptian text and get past all what people say is said. Oh, I'm about to do a whole video on that, SOT 12, and if one of y'all want to open up, I'll help people open up their drop shipping brands right now. You don't need nothing. You won't need nothing. I did it before. You could get your artwork right now, or you could just, I'm going to come back with that because I need to fix my stuff. So while I'm fixing my stuff, I'm going to help somebody else out. Thank y'all, and thanks for contributing to the page. Y'all make it happen. All right, I'll be out of here. Peace, peace, peace. Be back later. Maybe after I eat. Peace. Oh, but you kind of choose their percentage. Because if I put this shirt on, say I want to sell this shirt for $500, they're not going to want a percentage. If I sell this shirt for $500, I get $471 profit. So they don't want a percentage. They want just the price for producing their item. We'll talk about it when I come back. All right, peace.